Hello, I'm ibxtoycat, and democracy is incredibly important, so why don't we apply it to our Minecraft videos? Indeed, we should expect high standards like democratic decision making, and indeed, the ability for the people to decide from even the Minecraft runs that you watch on this platform. And so today, that is precisely what we're doing. People voted for a random seed, and so we're playing Minecraft on a random seed, except every few minutes, the chat will be making a decision. So if you're watching this in the past, you'll see like a top chat thing on the right there, and that is made up of people who are subscribed to this channel and have been for at least 10 minutes. It's a weird criteria that YouTube lets you set, but anyone who has subscribed to the channel will be deciding, and indeed, all of you watching will be deciding exactly how this run goes. Will it be successful? Will it not be? I've absolved myself of all of the burdens of that decision, because instead, as your lord, and indeed, not indeed you're not a grand dictator today, but instead as your democratic decision maker, I will tell you exactly how it goes. So first things first, I need to decide where I'm going to head. You can look at this seed and you can immediately see there are three possibilities. One is to go into the water and hope for something in the ocean. There are shipwrecks there are ocean monuments, there's fun things. The second is to find the nearest cave. You'll always find a cave in a world. And the third is to go searching for a land structure like a desert temple, a jungle temple, a village, something like that. Usually the village, but you know, let's open up opportunities there. So chat, you will decide which of those three places we'll be going. The ocean, a cave, or a land structure. Let's call it a village to be simple, but a structure on the land. I am incredibly curious as to what you pick, because they're all very different ways to start a Minecraft world. Everyone needs to chop down a tree, sure, although even that is arguably obsolete if you find a village. But we're going to be deciding, indeed, I say we're going to be deciding. Chat is immediately off to a grand decision. They want to find a structure. I would say, so I'm kind of curious, like, are people going to pick the best decision each time, the most interesting, or is there going to be a weird mix where maybe it's funny to pick the, you know, sometimes people will pick the funniest option, and sometimes that is not ideal in a democracy. By the way, yeah, so good to see everyone here saying structure. By the way, I see a lot of familiar names. It's nice to see you all. Hi, I'm ibxtoycat. It's been a whole year since I last streamed. That's everyone's favorite joke, right? Is when you say it's been a year. And also, wow, I found a very big cave by accident, but we're not going into it. We're going to find a structure instead. Man, I really can't get over what a cool cave that is. But yeah, let's find out what the structure looks like, because this poll is now over. We are on course for a structure. And so, yeah, it'll actually show us how many, when the poll is officially closed, how many votes there were as well. And you can see the weird stats in the breakdown. But all I can see on my screen is that 46% of people, 45% of people now, have voted to find a structure. And so let's see if we can't find ourselves a village. 227 votes. 45% structure, 27% cave, 26% go to water. Well, the other way around, those last two. But yeah, let's now kill all the mobs we find on the way to a village, because we might be going for a while. And maybe also get some feathers. I can't believe it was the last stream I did was Skyblock. It was the first time in forever I realized just how valuable feathers can actually be. Because how often do you really need to craft arrows in an actual survival world? Also, yeah, we're going to end up with every single meat source by the time we get there, which honestly is, again, not ideal, but if we need to survive, we'll appreciate it. So, looking for a structure is a simple enough task, in my opinion. You just head in the direction where you see land. Over there, that's a village, by the way. Easy. I'm pretty sure that's a village. So let's head towards it, and while we're on the way, we need to decide what we're going to do when we get there. I mean, we get to a village and we can immediately make some big decisions, right? We can start trading with the villagers, or we can kill the Iron Golem, get some good stuff from him, or we can go the third, the radical solution here, and just dig straight down from the village, because we might find, if we're lucky down there, a stronghold. Indeed, villages on bedrock, only bedrock as best I know, tend to generate above strongholds, the first three, and that doesn't mean that every village has a stronghold, but almost every stronghold in the inner ring has a village, and so about a 1 in 10 chance of digging down into a stronghold. Is that a chance you'd like us to take? Well, in the next poll, let's find out, shall we? The Will of Toycat for a new year, says Nate Reagan. I do have a plan to bring back the Will of Toycat, Nate. Don't you worry. It's on the table. I also have a fun idea for a stream. I wanted to mix it in today, but I figured it might be confusing. Is Minecraft, but I get a certain amount bigger or smaller every X amount of time, or X amount of whatever. Also, Toycat, are you happy about the chunk render distance changes on Realms finally? Oh yeah, it's incredible. I am a big fan of that. So yeah, what should we do when we get to the village, chat? Should we, you know, should we trade with the villagers? Option number 1. Option number 2 is should we kill the Iron Golem? And option number 3 is, yeah, dig down for a stronghold. So, you know, or even easier, let's make it more fun here. Just dig down for the stronghold, or don't dig down for the stronghold. I think there's an interesting thing about this. So one of the interesting parts about democracy, if you live in a lot of countries, you probably, I think not every country engages in referenda, which is not just, usually, so what people love to say when they're defending something that's bad about the system in the US is they'll say, actually, it's a republic and not a democracy, as if a republic is not a version of democracy. But usually the distinction is, like, if you elect representatives to do things on your behalf, it's kind of considered like smart democracy, because you can trust those people to be educated on the issues they're voting on, and also to make sure they're educated on every single vote in a way that the public just doesn't care about. I can't tell you, out of the last 10 things that were voted on by the UK Parliament, I'd be able to tell you 2 or 3 of them maybe, but I guarantee most people can't tell you all of them, let alone how they feel about it. So generally having that step in between is important. But in the case of referenda, which is where you ask the people directly, you might think that's the most direct form of democracy, and therefore it's the most direct way to see what people think. By the way, we are digging down from this village. I'm going to cook some food, because I've got very little of it. Assuming there is a place to cook it in this village, which is a big assumption. And then we're going to dig down if so. It's not a direct democracy. Yes, so here's the interesting thing. The problem with direct democracy, which again, I'm a big believer in the idea of like, well, should we just assume people are dumb? I don't think we should. It's a belief I start to question as I, you know, but right, it's something I really don't think is that like, oh yeah, people are just too stupid to decide for themselves. It's in my opinion, is kind of a backwards take on things. However, it is what a lot of people believe when they think that indirect democracy is great, is that like, yeah, you can't trust people in that way. However, the interesting thing about direct democracy, where everyone decides, like we're doing today, is how you phrase the question can affect the results in a really interesting way. So, by the way, if we're going to dig down from the village, we want to do so from as close to the center as we can, but the center of this village is very inconveniently placed. So, we'll break a couple of hay bales to get some bread, because I don't have a furnace right now. And we'll just go for it, I guess. So, assuming there's no lava down here, which is a hopefully good assumption, we're just going to make up this wood into a crafting table, and we're going to see where it takes us. It's going to be a fun time, let me tell you. I vote Cat Beanie as First Lady, says James Weston. Sorry, we're not an indirect democracy. It's not that I don't think you're too stupid. Believe me, I think that Mr. General Public, you know, he claims to be a general, but I've seen his stupidity sometimes. So yeah, I think the weird thing is that also dig down or dig up if you're from Australia. Yeah, playing Minecraft in Australia sounds like it's way too hard. How does anyone keep track of all these? But more seriously, I think Cat Beanie is First Lady. Wow, you know, I said that this wasn't how it worked in this system, but actually I've changed my mind on that one. Cat Beanie is officially the First Lady of today's stream. So if you have any secondary democratic issues, you better believe that's a thing you can go for. By the way, but yeah, I think the struggle with direct democracy is how you ask the question will change it a lot. So I bet if we ask the question now, do you think we should trade with the villagers or dig down instead of dig down, yes or no? You'd get a different response, just even though it's still dig down or don't dig down. And interestingly, you'd expect that fewer people would vote don't dig down if it's just trading. Whereas right now, in theory, don't dig down should have more choices. But actually, a lot of people will glob to that. We react very interesting to different scenarios. 17 votes decided it. Can't be more democratic than that. Dig east, Toycat. Okay, which way is east? I can go east. I think I can do a good job at that. But, yeah, so trusting people do the right thing is more dangerous than trusting people to always do the wrong thing. I think the actual truth of it is that humans are very good at getting getting good in like a specific field. I've seen people who are really, really, really good at what they do, but that doesn't mean you're good at everything that you do. There's the interesting difference there between being highly competent means being highly incompetent in some fields. In the same way that, like, I don't know, you wouldn't trust your president, even if you loved your president. I don't know who your president is right now, or if you live in a country with a president. Also, I'm oh god, oh man. So if there's something behind me, I'm just screwed. This is going poorly for me, but it's okay. I've got more wood. I can make some food. I'm going to make some food, in fact, you know, actually, let's go a step further than just saying we'll make food. Let's cook up this wooden pickaxe and just get something going for myself. Anyway, hope you had a fun New Year's, says Dasher. I had a very fun New Year's, actually. Thank you for checking. Yeah, I just want to eat, like, one good pork chop. That's all I need. And then all my other problems will go away. Sorted. Oh, and then we should probably cook up some iron for a pickaxe, too. Nah, you know... Oh, actually, there is iron right here. It'd be silly not to if it's that close by. Yeah, I had a very good New Year's Eve, actually. You know, can he eat the rest of the food? Oh, no. What do you... Chat. Do I get to eat the rest of the food or not? 54% of people are saying, 53 is saying yes, and this is the closest poll that decides my future chat. I won't eat it until the results come in, of course. That's a beautifully evil poll option, though. Man, that is vote for a national mob. Yeah, I don't know if you care or love your president, but you don't want him to do your plumbing, and in the same way, you don't want me to do your plumbing. Because let me tell you, there's one thing I know for sure, and it's that I don't know plumbing. Ooh, it's a pretty bright cave. So we're going to continue to dig down looking for a stronghold. At this point, the odds are not great. But, you know, there have been worse odds in the world. And so yeah, chat has decided by a surprisingly close margin that I do get to eat the food. Thank you very kindly. I will not put this food to waste. I will make sure that it counts. And so yeah, let's make a crafting table. We'll make 6 bread, because I think we just need some to get us through this. And I'm also going to make myself an iron pickaxe, because I'm pretty sure I'm running out of... am I out of wood? No, where's the sticks? It's just... Okay, that's why. I'm pretty sure I'm running out of this stone pickaxe right now. Can't be 100% sure, obviously, but it's looking pretty bad. So let's keep digging down, and hope we dig down fast enough that no mobs fall in this hole after me. Because there'll be a whole problem if I can. So chat, thank you for trusting me with the decision to eat some bread. I will make this a worthwhile piece of bread. I love my president so much. Toycat is my president. I voted for him. So let's do a quick vote indeed to see who is your president. I'm pretty sure. I think I know the choice on the ballot, but you know we'll see how it looks. Also, as a fellow resident of the United Kingdom, I believe we need a king in this society, says Chimzar. Yeah, so that's a really compelling case. I don't believe it personally, but I have to admit it compels me. Amongst people who really... Oh, see, that's why you do this strategy, by the way. I'd have fallen into a cave if I hadn't, if I'd not prepared properly for this. But thankfully, as an intelligent voter, I've been looking into the issues, and I realized that this could have been a problem. So I'm going to, instead of going down like that, oh, it's a hard choice for president, chat. Yeah, you know, thank you graciously for declaring me to be your president. It was a very close poll. But I have a hard decision to make now. I found, while looking for the stronghold, I found a giant cave, not just a normal cave. Oh, and deep slate coal. Wow, I found the rarest ore in Minecraft, chat. Wow, look at that. This is genuinely, wow, what a freaky, crazy thing. So, yeah, it's a little known fact. But because coal doesn't like to generate so low down, finding it in the deep slate layers is near impossibly rare. If you do find this in your world, you probably don't care. But if you do, make sure you save it for later deep silk touching. That is incredibly fun. I don't know what to do with it. But what I will do for right now is I'll quickly decide whether we should explore the cave or keep digging down. Because if we explore the cave, so I'm going to place a torch up here just so I don't get lost. If we explore the cave, on the one hand, we'd get some, we might find diamonds this early on in a run. But if we look for the stronghold still, we might, you know, it's like a thing that might need to get done first. So I'm going down. Okay, it's very, very, very dark in here. So I always recommend doing a torch run when you go into a cave first. Also, that's not diamonds. Oh, I need to use the pickaxe as a weapon or I will die. Okay, I will die either way, it seems. So there is a mob behind me, but I'm going to live by running away from it. As long as the mob doesn't appear in front of me right now, I'm going to do great. So caving is going well for me. Thank you for giving me the ability to eat more food. I think I'd be dead without it. And, yeah, I could do a little bit of ore, maybe. It would do well for me if I could find some. It's okay if I don't find ore, though. It's perfectly great. So chat is voting for caving. Okay, you know what? You're choosing violence today in the literal way. But I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna make caving work as your president, dutifully elected. I will make sure that we will in fact go caving correctly. Okay, so up here we go. Oh, plenty of iron up here. Oh, so much iron actually. So we're going to mine both piles of iron, eating in the meantime, and we're going to use this to make a full set of iron armor or something like that. And then we'll use the armor to take on the stronghold if we find one. It doesn't look great on the odds of a stronghold, but it's not impossible yet. It's just getting less and less likely. How is there no tough diamond ore? Yeah, I think seeing a tough version of each ore would be pretty fun. But I say that, and then it's like, well, it'd be fun the first time you found it, and then what? So yeah, 59% people decided I am going for a stronghold. I mean, I'm going caving before a stronghold. Also, thank you, Casanova, for becoming the 458th channel member. Welcome to the club. I hope you're doing wonderfully. Indeed, thank you for bringing us closer to 500 members. We hit 500 members once in the gifted era. But I don't think we've been there, like, since we stopped counting them, or since, YouTube, rather. I think since the time where they have stopped counting, I think it's pretty cool to imagine we could get close to that again. So thank you to every other one of the 458 members too. 457 members too. I mean, every one of the other 457, but also especially Casanova. It's a hard thing to say, like, oh yeah, thank you to this one in particular, without also saying, oh yeah, but also less thank you to everyone else, right? It's the weird thing about, do you want to know something fun? There's a story that relates to this. I swear it's not off topic, although really, is it a ToyCat stream if we don't go off the topic 8 times in a row? By the way, no diamonds so far, pretty bad. But, after a few streams ago, I mentioned at the end I was going to go get some discount bakery items. And I mentioned just briefly, like, oh yeah, well, the woman, by being really nice to this customer in front of us, like leaving the till for like 10 minutes, is actually being really impolite to the rest of us in a weird way. Do you want to know something fun? Yeah, by being really polite to one customer, you're kind of being impolite to another one. And this is it's a fun thing that, like, I think is interesting about, like, to be nice to someone is, in a way, any type of inclusionary is exclusionary, because you are inherently excluding some number of people. I think a lot of people think that, like, places that are trying to exclude them are, like, doing it from some evil space. But really, it's usually like, oh yeah, well, it's actually that we've only, I think it's only offensive when you say, oh yeah, we're inclusive to everyone except people who aren't everyone, which is actually a surprising number of people. In my opinion, that's probably a little bit wild and out there. But I think the thing that a lot of people don't realize is that to inherently, to give favor to a group of people means almost disfavoring everyone else. It's something I find interesting. But so I mentioned this while I was just casually in line to the person next, to the person I was with, I should say. Wasn't talking to a stranger. And the person in front of me was about to buy all of the discount goods there. And it was like, that is a really interesting point you make there. And I'm going to be nice right now. I'll let you go in front of me, and you can pick whichever, pick whichever pastry you want first. Because he was about to have the last one. And so by making this, like, casual point at a bakery, I got some discount baked goods, whereas the guy in front of me was about to take them all, and decided not to, just upon hearing my little thing. And so yeah, the stranger was very nice. He let me pick first, and then I was like, no. You tell me which of these you prefer, and you can make sure you have that. And he's like, well, I'm not really sure how I feel about this one. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. We're good. Also, I can't actually smelt anything in the furnace yet because I don't have any coal. So that was a successful trip. So now, chat, I'm glad you got to know something fun. You did all vote to hear it, apparently. So chat, now I've got enough to smelt up The question is now, should I wait till my iron armor is done and then go looking in the stronghold? Or should I put my furnace going and then just start digging down? So armor first or stronghold first? Because it's gonna, I'm gonna have to do, there's gonna be a bit of waiting before I can get armor. And I don't want to do the waiting without your consent, chat. Also, go left, says ZS Splash. Oh, which way is left? There's so many lefts. Oh no, I don't like this at all. I don't like any of what I'm seeing right here. So even though I don't want to mine the deep slate coal, I think I'm gonna have to just to get some amount of resource. Or I could get away with not by placing this on the ground there and cooking the first bit of iron with it, getting enough iron for a bucket, and then coming back with a lava bucket. Boom. So wait for armor, or my other left, says Rose Pentacle. Go this way. Okay, let's do it. Easy. Thankfully, I've got a cooked pork chop. If it weren't for chat and the extra food, things would go very poor. Also, wait for armor, don't die, says Jacqueline Clifford. Oh, Lord. So wait for armor, don't die. Yeah, dying is bad. I would like to come out as firmly anti-death. We are going to have to use our last pieces of wood for a crafting table, but it'll be worthwhile. It'll be 100% worth it, I'm pretty sure. And then we're going to use that to make a bucket, and then we're just going to jump off using the bucket. I don't want to be near this zombie anymore. Oh, ouch. Should have suspected that could have happened. Don't know why I didn't, really. Go down here. Oh, that was very weird. Quickly burn the zombies. I've now got the best weapon in the game, by the way. Yeah. Oh, he's got my coal. I want my coal back, please. Oh, no, he's not got it for me. Well, that was a mistake. But we all learn something valuable at some point in our lives. Celeste is onto something. You know, I really like this idea, actually. So one of the important parts of a democracy, because, you know, I think the wording of a question genuinely changes how people feel about it. This first came up in my life because I lived in the United Kingdom during a certain referendum. Maybe you've heard about it. Might have a nice portmanteau to describe what the Britain did to maybe exit somewhere. But by the way, thank you! Lobbying attempt. Find a cat in the village and name it. Oh, I can't see it on my screen right now. Find a cat in the village and name it. What should I name the cat? Okay, I'm gonna risk death for this. Name it Democracy. So here's the fun thing. I think that a healthy part of a functioning democratic state is the ability to say, oh no, I'm gonna die. How did we both die, by the way? Wow, I really died after death. Also, can I just say something? Ignoring that I died right there. I've got to learn to be less aggressive in these situations. But ignoring that I died, for just a second, did you all hear that note block sound when I died? Is that a bug, or is that just how the game works? So now, chat, there's an interesting decision. Should I go back and get my stuff? You know, I can immediately go down there and do that. Or should I wait a bit first? You know, should I get something else done? You know, it's always a choice. You don't have to get your stuff to be successful. Ignore that he died. Yes/no. It's a feature. I heard the noise. It's the game singing about your demise, says Celeste. By the way, good to see you also. So yeah, go back. We could do something else. We could live a new life as a sailor. We could take up life as a farming villager. We could, you know, we got lots and lots of choices. Not all of them have to be getting my stuff, but it looks like people are saying get my stuff. Oh, in smaller numbers though. Okay, so, but yeah, there's a real value, you might argue, to because one of the problems with a democracy is everyone's vote is counted equally, regardless of how much you care. And so I've seen lots of people try to address this. You can either say make it harder to vote, make it so you pay some amount, but that feels like it's really saying, oh yeah, let's try and make people who don't have money vote less. I think people feel bad about that as a concept. But instead, what if you can just spend time talking to your fellow voters about what it is that you think they can do, and what if the amount of time you got with those fellow voters went up as you spent more money? Well, I think as someone who loves having questionable takes, I like that system. I think there's probably a limit to it though. And also you have to try and have some form of truth in the ad. Like, I think ads are really fine as long as they are truthful. Because even truth can be like lopsided. But if you can lie to people, the whole concept of the world falls apart. But if everyone tells the truth, I don't think it's bad. And so as long as you have a real and valid, you know, like idea, you can bribe me to hear that idea all you like. And you know what? You might. I don't think you can override a vote, but I do believe that you can basically institute your own vote, or maybe you can help sway something. If it's an evenly decided vote, but someone gives me, yeah, I think democracy works well with a nice little counterbalance of money. It's all about sincerity. Once you can fake that, you've got it made. I believe what they say is you've got to fake sincerity until you make sincerity. With the dig armor vote was swapping 4951 back and forth. I felt like I had too much power in democracy as the one who decides when it ends. I had that problem at the start of the stream, Big Salmon, actually. At the start of the stream, I had to end the poll for what we're going to use. By the way, 54% of people said go back in the end, which is interesting that it got so close. But we will not become a boatman just yet. Instead, I'll get some food, I'll go back, get my stuff. I'll finish the stronghold task, and then we can start a new one. Or maybe we could say, well, we didn't find a stronghold at Y0. What are the odds of there being one below that? I think that's a pretty reasonable stance. So yeah, we'll go back, we'll get our stuff, and then a new vote can occur. So I'm going to do the bare minimum I can to make sure that I don't die right now. That means getting myself 2 pieces of bread. That seems like a reasonable numbers. Okay, this is not the right building. And then, actually, we probably need more than 2 bread. Yeah, I'm gonna make that guess right now. So how should we get down into the hole? If we pour water in there, we'd have a way up and down. But there's no well nearby. So we're gonna have to find one. We could dig a really long trench from the sea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea to me. I think we should do that. I think we'll dig a trench. Or we could get a bucket up here. Getting a bucket means killing a golem, which, is a whole activity. Or we could just bring some hay bales and keep falling on them repeatedly. Yeah, actually, that worked. Okay, so this is how to get your stuff back if you fell down a hole. This is a very niche piece of advice, but I'm going to give it to you for free right now, chat. Here's what you do. You find your big hole. You make sure, by the way, you've eaten first, because you're going to need to regenerate no matter what you do. Let me give you the big life pro tip. So once we eat one more time, now if I fell down onto a hay bale, I would still die from this height. But if I fell down from a hay bale 10 separate times, I would take basically no damage. So 1, as you can see, and then 2, as you can, like the falls individually are going to be much smaller, and so the collective fall is also much smaller. Okay. And so as long as we do that effectively, which it looks like I'm going to, we're great. Everything's fine. Nothing went wrong with that. I have all my hay bales back. There are none littering the spot. And so let's grab our iron, which is now mostly smelted. Really, I was just dying because I couldn't. I was dying because of how bored. I was dying of boredom. That's what I'm trying to say. And so now I've sorted that problem. I've even got some spare food to come with me. So let's get right out there as soon as my furnace is done smelting. I believe chat said make some armor, and if I had done so, I probably wouldn't have died. So let's take that valuable lesson. Let's make some. Let's just make a chest plate for now. The rest of it is important, but the chest plate is what will keep me alive. The rest is kind of secondary. Toycat was dying to get down. Aren't we all dying to get down sometimes? And then we're also going to take a lava bucket with us because lava's valuable. Honestly, it's crazy when you think about how valuable lava is that you just find these huge lakes of it hanging around your world. But yeah, that's a point for another time maybe. I think chat said keep digging. Sorry. Well, okay, chat. If you want me to keep digging, we keep digging. Let's go. So, oh, no, gotta kill him first. So now, as you can see, I've got this armor on, which means that he is going to become much less of a problem. Oh, skeletons have good AI. I've always forget that one. So just burn the skeleton alive. Come on, this shouldn't be this hard. Okay, there we go. Just, why can't I place it down on him? There we go. That basically killed me in the end. I think actually killed me is very close to actually being true. But I did burn the skeleton, so I mean, kind of winning in my own little way. Okay, so I'm just going to walk away from that. Hope the skeleton is gone. Skeleton is not gone. With this zombie, I'm going to try a little bit more of a effective technique. So I'm going to try and get the zombie right next to me here, right? Then I'm going to punch him back into this. And then once we've done that effectively, I'm just going to... There we go. Oh, no. Okay, that did... Thought that would work better than it did. I'll be honest with you. Okay, we're doing fine. The skeleton's gone and the spider is in his place. And I can get back and make myself a sword. Because clearly that's the thing I actually need to survive. I think a sword will go a lot further than anything else. So now we make the sword. We go digging down because that's what chat wants. I believe in chat's God-given right to say words at me. And, oh, there's a lot. There's just so many zombies. Do I have to kill them all? Okay, fine. I'll kill the zombies so I can go dig in, chat. Also, as an American, can someone please explain to me why there's 50 stars on the flag, even though Canada is a state? Oh, why am I reading chat when I'm on such low health? So now let's eat the rotten flesh to get back up to high health. I will die in an instant if anything bad happens anywhere. But outside of that, I'm doing pretty well right now. So break the furnace, even though it's a source of light. And now let's go down in a gentle, careful way that hopefully doesn't involve my death. I think a shield would be a good investment, but I don't have the wood for it, so whoops-a-daisy. So, straight up or straight down? Chat says straight down. I think that's a bold choice, chat. But I'm willing to work with you on this one. Maybe bold decisions, are what we need right now. So let's eat the rotten flesh. Oh yeah, this is looking real dire for me, huh? Break this one, and then look, we're safe. We're gonna close that off just to be sure, and we're gonna close that off too. We just don't want any risks around here, and then we're gonna continue. I really don't see what we're gonna find down here, chat. I just don't know what we're looking for. Dig straight down without using the 2-block method, says Celeste. Now that would be a fun. That would be an experience. You know, actually, why just say that would be an experience? Why don't I show people what an experience that would be? But yeah, I think after looking down, I think it's fairly clear. By the way, this is maybe a safer way of doing the 2-block method if you want to like feel a little bit better off. But yeah, after digging down enough, I think we can say nothing down here, at least nothing worthwhile. So let's now place our cobblestone and get ourselves out to where the beds and the sleep and the good stuff is. Let's vote on Toykat's accent for the remainder of the stream. You know, what's my accent be for the next couple of minutes, chat? You can decide. I'll give you that right. Let's see what you do with it. So I want to use the crafting table real quick. Hopefully not get hit by the zombie. Just so I can make some food and not die immediately. It's all I want in life sometimes. All I want in life most of the time, really. Please cook your raw food. You know, you sound like my mum. You sound. Who are you? My parent? My teacher? Who are you? What's the funniest version of this? Actually, you sound like. You sound like something bad. Also, Russian, Welsh. So now, oh wow, we got a couple of zoomy choices now. So chat, we can either go straight to the Nether at this point if we're trying to beat the game, which you know it's always a good goal. We can go to the Nether, we can live our life there, or we could try to gather some more resources from structures. The Nether's a nice place. It even has structures there if you want it, but there are also overworld structures which we could gather some more resources from. Do a person in a Southern accent trying to imitate a British person. Oh, I love England. I actually have family from England. They moved here when I was just a little boy. Actually, they moved when my grandfather was a little boy. But my great-great-grandfather was from England. Like, I'll talk like he did. Oh, jolly how, chaps. I'm going down to the pisser right now, and I'm gonna get myself some beer to drink with my fish and chips. There you go. You're welcome. You sound like a health inspector. Our health inspector's all Southern in your mind. So yeah, using lava is a bit messy. You have to kind of like place it and then wait and then re-scoop it. But after doing that, I should end up with. Okay, I'm just gonna end with a lot of fiery stuff right here. But if I put out the fires now, okay, there we go. That's some pork chops, and I'm just gonna push this pork into some fire so we can get some more pork chops. Easy. So now I can cook up my raw beef at my own pace, and we can go to the Nether, because that is what chat wants. Honestly, it is crazy if you think about it, that like... I wish I'd got the go to the Nether request before coming all the way up, but I can make this work. I'll make a big ladder or something, maybe. Yeah, we can... If I don't see lava, which actually, there's a blacksmith in this village. Oh, this whole time, Okay, you know what? This is why looking around for structures is important. But yeah, 52% of people want me to go to the Nether, and so we're going to... Yeah, once you find a lava cave that big, there's no comparison. Like, there's two You know, it's a whole whopping 2 whole pieces of lava here. But you need 8, 10 to go to the nether. Oh, actually, 3 obsidian, 2 lava there, 1 in my inventory. We're pretty close to going already. This is why I wanted to wait on crafting the stuff. And so yeah, how should we go to the nether? Should we find a ruined portal, or should we use some lava below the ground? I think, like, there is a big lava pit down there already. We do know about it, but it would kind of be backtracking. So we could also find a ruined portal, and, you know, it might take a while, but it is an above-ground structure, I guess, too. So it's kind of a way to blend the last 2 options together, maybe, if you want to do it that way, which I think is a good idea in general. But I'm not the boss. I am your faithful servant, chat. I am your faithful servant, chat. With that said, oh, look how nice this mountain is over here. I don't see a ruined portal. Wait, actually, do I see a ruined portal? I don't see a ruined portal here yet, but I bet I could from on top of that mountain. So if I had a saddle, I'd be using it right now. But since I don't, we'll just go up the casual way. And I'll grab a bed actually while I'm here. I can't stand just randomly being around at night. If you can avoid it, you might as well avoid it. And you better believe I can. So we'll take a bed, except I hate their color scheme. Who wants yellow? No one wants yellow. You know what color we want in our beds? I'll give you a clue. It starts with M and ends with D. Speaking of things, we've got a tip from... Oh, it's a super chat from Lay Jane Super. They say, can you do the gritty? I actually cannot. I know this is a boomer thing to say and be like, oh, I don't know the Fortnite. But I genuinely do not know any Fortnite dances. I think I know flossing. But it's like, yeah, I've heard that there was a big controversy that they stole the dances. I thought that was interesting, but it'd be like asking. I think it's something that's almost to be shamed off as being like, oh, yeah, I don't know a certain area of pop culture. I get this whenever I talk about music, that like, yeah, I don't really listen to music. When people say like, oh yeah, I know that she's a terrible human, but I love Nicki Minaj's music. I'm like, ooh, I don't know that is music, but I appreciate your opinion. I don't know that, you know, like I learned about a new genre recently called drill. And you know, I was excited. I thought it'd be all sorts of noises of people doing DIY around the house. Apparently, it's like a subgenre of rap that is specifically about doing bad things. I think that's fun, personally. I like the idea that sometimes you don't want to listen to a song to have a good time. You want to be like hearing about the bad times that someone else has had. But yeah, there's a whole world out there. Also, wow, cool cave, very cool cave. I love this opening, just straight from the savannah here. This is why I love. This is why I absolutely love to see like random seeds. Is because you just never know what you're gonna get. Genuinely, this one seed has never been loaded up by a human before. Statistically, it could be it's actually a very common seed. But you know, I'll show you the seed towards the end of the video if you want to use this for yourself. Because wow, looking at it, this is something stunning, huh? I have gone from not cool to violently uncool over the years. I think actual cool, right? I think most people agree when you really look into it is that what a lot of people try to demonstrate as being cool is like taking something from someone else and trying to use it as your own in a way. Like, oh yeah, I am cool because I know the words this. But I think what is actually cool is knowing yourself well, knowing that you know, like if being weird and pretending that you're not is much weirder than if you're just like, yep, this is who I am, how I am. Try to be considerate of others. Try to care about their feelings and thoughts. But if you shape your personality to the people around you, you'll never succeed because there's always a better version of who you're trying to emulate than you. Speaking of trying to emulate things, I have not found a ruined portal yet. Chat is what they want, the ruined portal. 63% if you do. But it's looking pretty bad for my odds, which is wild because it's usually the most common structure. Oh, actually I see one, right? Okay, do you see one over there? If only I had a spyglass right now. I see red. I'm like 70% sure. So 289 votes are in, and people are saying that I should find a ruined portal, and I think I just did. I'm fairly sure. Where it has lava, where it'll be useful. All different questions. But let's go for it right now. I would be bullied for liking Minecraft, says Celeste. I will say, you know, I don't know any ages or anything. I would say like below a certain age, it might even be as high as like 16 for some people. But if you've got decent surroundings and friends, it's much lower than that. Oh, we found lava here too. So I've got backup lava if it comes to it. Let's go to the ruined portal, and then let's come back here if it doesn't work. I am the best version of me because I don't exist as sacrificial lamb 456. I don't understand that, but I get it. I agree with it. Just because it doesn't make sense, doesn't mean that I can't find it to be compelling as a thought. I'm the best version of myself because I'm the only version of myself. Yeah, it's the dumbest thing people say all the time, but it is true. Is like, yeah, it's best to be. Wait, there's a song. So I went to a. I think it's shockingly common in the UK to have like very religious schools, like kind of snuck in there. And so one of the weird things is we had to sing like songs every day in the school. And so one of them was, it's best to be best at what you're best at. Don't try to be something you're not. Better by far to follow your star. Better by far to be who you see who you are. It's crazy. You know, there'll be really important things like medication I need to take that I can forget about. You know, when was the last time I forgot about? You know, when was the last time I had to take? You know, there can be like, okay, if I'm traveling, sometimes I get, yeah, there's like a thing I have, and I'll forget that I have like an issue that can give me some pain, and I'll remember 20 plus years after, still to this day, I can tell you all about like, oh yeah, there's That's how the song goes. Also, I have to break this crying obsidian. I don't know why they put the crying obsidian in the portal. It's like they want me to cry, honestly. So chat, we're ready to go to the Nether now. I've got a Nether portal. What's the first thing I should do when I'm in there? I guess we could wait to make this decision till after. Also, where did I get all this obsidian from? Was it from this chest that I opened and forgot about? Also, I didn't have a way to actually light this, so I'm so glad it has a fire charge. Very, very, very handy stuff. I'll put all of these random things in there. If I need them, they'll be easily ready. And, yeah, let's do it. Also, drop everything and make a spyglass, this Casanova. See, that's what I'm talking about. That is the lobbying that I'm down to accept. In this case, I don't think I can because I haven't found amethyst anywhere. Otherwise, I'd be like, okay, this isn't a democratic decision, but I believe in making it anyway. But today I won't be doing that. Obsidian came from a blacksmith. I thought I got 3 obsidian from the blacksmith, but I must have gone 6 without realizing. Also, I hear a drown, so I'm just going to look in the direction of the drowned. He doesn't care about me, but I care about him. Just like all of you, chat. Just because you don't care about me or yourself doesn't mean I don't care about you in a very parasocial way. I mean, if there were none of you, who would vote on my polls like what to do in the Nether? Find a fortress, find a bastion, find a warp forest. Those are the 3 best things in the Nether, in my humble opinion. If we're going to make progress in beating the game, we're going to need to find one of those 3 things sooner or later. And so let's see what you think we should go to first. Obviously, we'll look for all 3, but we're... obviously, I will, if I find one before the others, I should say. That will change some things. But that is the plan that we're going to follow. So we'll place down the lava there real quick, and then just immediately after, place some water on top. It will make a bit of a mess, but it'll save me 1 obsidian. Might come up to be important later. If it doesn't, then I won't have regrets. Oh no! Oh, that's fine. I have a second fire charge. I was ready for this situation, or the game was at least. So I don't have any more lava, so we'll just place another obsidian there. It is kind of crazy that you can't, like, this should be a Nether portal already, right, chat? Can we all agree that something about this just is wrong? It just doesn't feel okay. But yeah, with that said, let's place down our bed, because you never know what's going to happen. Maybe a torch too, and then place the stone slab over there, just to keep me safe in the future. Speaking of being safe in the future, yeah, so that was the lobbying attempt. I love the idea of the spyglass, also dropping everything. I know you mean drop everything in a literal sense, or in a metaphorical sense, but it kind of sounds like a literal sense. Like, okay, for this $2, we're dropping it all, go and find some stuff. Also, finding a fortress is the most common option. Let's see if we can do that, chat. I think there's a similarity between the 3 things we can do in the Nether. Oh, no, chat, you're wrong. Finding a bastion is what we're going to do first. No, we'll still look for a fortress, even though we just found a bastion. So Dasher, Queen of Coordinates, is here right now, thankfully. Because because otherwise I always recommend writing them in chat, but over like your in-game chat. But today we've got that covered, thankfully, very nicely. And so we're going to make a nice cobblestone bridge across this little thing we find ourselves on, just to avoid a little bit of mining. And we should probably also make some gold armor. Yeah, I should get some wood soon. We'll go find a warp fort. I guess we'll find whatever wood we can. Actually, wait, this is maybe a source of gold armor, right? I need a shield, by the way. I really, really, really need a shield, and I need one quite bad, because I'm about to head into a dangerous place, and there's no wood anywhere near me. So, okay, let's kill them. As they come over this hill, they'll die. Oh, yes, problem solved. Okay, please don't remember I just hit your friends. I don't think they're going to. I think, thankfully, they've forgotten all about that. You know, as they should. I believe, if you believe in the idea that you can be rehabilitated, then you've got to remember that when people die, or when people commit a crime, as long as they later put on the armor that shows they're on your side, you've got to immediately forgive them. Otherwise, you're not really a believer in prison, you're just a believer in punishing people. Okay, so now we make this box just a little bit more secure. Maybe make like a wall there as well. Just really go for as much as we can to make the nether secure. And let's go back in there. I'm better than in-game chat. I don't cover half of the screen. You're not exactly, Dasher. It's that, honestly, half of screen is a vast understatement when it comes to actually typing it in. I have to say, I don't know where the bedrock chat design comes from on a fundamental level. Like, why is it this big? It leaves me with a lot of questions. Okay, so I'm going to chop down some wood while I'm here. It seems as though that's going to come in important. At the very least, we're going to craft some leggings, a shield, and a... leggings, shield, and some boots, maybe? And I think that'll be good enough for me. I've got a second iron sword, so we're great. Wait, why are we leaving the nether? Don't worry, I'm getting myself some goodies before I go back in there. It just seems like a good idea to me to go in with a shield. Personally, you know, maybe crazy, maybe silly. But yeah, I've got a full set of armor now. Feeling pretty fine about it all. And we'll take out these arrows, which you know, they seem very valuable and all. But we'll take them out, put the shield there instead, and let's go back in. Okay, so vote for whether you can wear clothes. Sacrificial Lamb 456. Okay, chat. This might break the YouTube terms of service, but according to Sacrificial Lamb 456, we're gonna be doing strict Minecraft now. So you can now vote on whether I should remove a piece of. You know, actually, yeah. You know what? Let's make things fun, chat. If you'd like, you can vote on which piece of my clothing is least necessary. Or, indeed, which piece of clothing should I upgrade? Maybe we could say it that way. We'll take it off until we find a better piece of clothing. You decide, chat, which piece of my clothing do I need to remove? Maybe for upgrade reasons? Maybe you just want to see some suffering. It's your choice. While we look for a fortress, which is your previous choice. I replace socks with goose mask. Helmets. This is not OnlyFans, says Plume. I still think one of the smartest things I ever did, but I never committed to, was using OnlyFans, but to sell Minecraft maps. I think it's too good of an idea. Too genius for the era that it came in, sadly. Also, yeah, going this way is not resulting in anything valuable. It's resulting in a lot of fiery stuff, though. I don't like anywhere you can find a ghast. So, shoes, remove lingerie, says Act Now. You know, I'll be honest with you, my Minecraft character is usually not wearing. Fun choices on the poll. It's you who gets to decide, chat, between the chest plate, the leggings, the boots, or a real-life sock. Oh man, people want me to... It seems as though the OnlyFans but Minecraft concept really is kicking off today. I hope that that's a good thing for your sanities, chat. Okay, so I am now going to get across to... we're going to go through the basalt delta. You can't find bastions in basalt deltas, so they're usually a bad idea to explore for that reason. But because we're only looking for a fortress, and because we need to look in a different direction, this is This is the least bad decision to do. Okay, so chat is overwhelmingly deciding. Also, combat the rise of, okay, oh god. Supernova, Casanova, 343. You want to combat the rise of the invisible polar bear, and you're questioning where we stand on the spyglass. Also, wow, we found a warp forest. No, that's not a warp forest. It's just grey. So to come to, oh wow, it was a warp forest. Never mind. Chat, I know you voted for the fortress, but the game is voting against you. The game is giving every other vote more say than yours. And I don't like that. Minecraft is clearly being undemocratic right now. Listen to the will of the people, will ya, Mojang? And yeah, more seriously, this is... I would have found wood eventually, it looks like, ouch. I was sure that wouldn't hurt me, but I was sure wrong. So we're in a lovely lush green place now. I like it here a lot. It's nice. However, technically we are in the best version as we got to the XL first. Oh, that's nice to think, isn't it? It's not the way I see it all. But you know, it's nice to think. So I'm gonna go find some lava. I'm gonna cook up my meat, and then we're gonna finish exploring this warp forest. It's nice to know we've got lots of ways of getting ender pearls. We just don't have any ways of getting blaze rods, which happens to be the ever important crucial part of the pie. But still, this is good enough for me. Is there a nice vine for me to fall on down there? If not, I've got hay bales. I've got hay bales, we're fine. And so let's scoop up the lava, put it in my furnace, and cook up some beef. Let's do it. I need more food, and it's a good thing I brought some with me. So, chat, do I go back to the bastion now? Also, I'm taking off a sock now. Okay, I didn't mean to get so spicy in a democracy stream, but, ooh. I am now slightly colder in my 1 foot, but that's okay. It's a, you know, when you get into the streaming game, you accept that one day, you know, like, view numbers are going to decline. You're going to become a streamer who, you know, starts taking off clothing for money. And, you know, I'm glad it happened this way, chat. I'm glad it happened this way. So if I have any string, which I don't, I could make a fishing rod right now. And I could tame a, no, I couldn't tame a strider without a saddle anyway. There's too many steps involved in the strider process, honestly. But yeah, we're going to break this furnace in a few seconds. And we're going to probably move these 2 items up into there. And so go back to Bastion, kill Enderman. Oh, I want to find a fortress. But you know what, go back to Bastion or kill Enderman. They're 2 good choices, really. Taking off body parts. You know, one day, you know, I guess, oh lord, I'm so dead, chat. I'm so dead. Okay, I'm not dead. Wow, with a shield, everything gets so much easier, huh? The biggest Minecraft pro tip is just have a shield. You just gotta get your timing right in combat and everything goes well. So 53% of people are saying kill Enderman. Oh man, there's so many of them, by the way. Okay, you know, it would be silly not to kill Enderman when you see this many. And thankfully, chat agrees with that. So I'm gonna go crazy on this. Just all of you, come over here. I've got all the swords in the world. Let's go wild. Let's do it. I hope I kill more than like 1 or 2 Endermen. Sometimes you get this many and they just all end up not dying. Oh yeah, 2 Enderman deaths. Wow, that was a good start to any run, I think. You know, good cool, chat. Really good cool. And then we'll go onwards to a fortress after this. We could even use the ender pearls to help us find the fortress. It's never like the most convenient way to do it, but it might work out just great. So I can't removing his other stuff will break YouTube's terms of services. Yeah, shields are OP for real. Yeah, I feel as though the most OP items in Minecraft is it's like a real thing a lot of people don't realize, is that there are some items that are just next level compared to others. Do you know about someone stealing a lot of his videos? Almost every time I hear about someone stealing videos, it's someone with like free views that is making that drama up about themselves so that they can get anyone to come check them out. It's a really interesting business model because the idea that like being hated is better than being not cared about is not only, you know, like that's the reason we get serial killers. That's the reason we get people who will do horrendous things. It's because like their parents don't care about them enough. And ultimately, if you think about it, as your boy can prove as YouTube's favorite Minecraft streaming orphan, I think ultimately, you know, like isn't there a corollary between in the same way that our relationship is parasocial, it kind of works both ways, in that, like, you know, like not truly being fully aware of each other does work both ways. Maybe ultimately we're all each other's both childs and parents. Maybe I'm all of your I'm your internet parent chat, and you're all of mine too. You need to give me the validation that I need to give you the good advice that you need to hopefully not die. If we can all do that together, we'll do the very best. So yeah, I think now he has yeah. So I think I got arrested today for killing some cornflakes. We have video footage. Oh, that's crazy. Go to your room, young man, says Quete Vrona Yotta. No, you go to your room, young man. You know, I want to make a joke here about, like, oh yeah, imagine the parenting dynamic where everyone's each other's parents. But I feel like to some extent, like the weird thing about relationships is to some extent you're emulating something from your parents. Like, people don't like to admit it. Like, my brother's really freaked out. He's got his girlfriend is very similar to his mother, and he's really freaked out by the idea. He's like, this isn't, like, I don't like that there are similarities there. You know, like, that's like an uncomfortable thing to him. But it kind of makes sense that, like, yeah, if you see one relationship, yeah, if you see the first relationship and the one you spend most of your time observing is that between your parents. So, like, yeah, it probably makes sense that you see some corollaries in yourself. And so to some other extent, the way that you're friends with people also has that effect. Like, the first time you see adults being friends is your parents, probably, statistically, right? And so, given that that's true, it kind of makes some sense. Also, technically we all related. We have a common ancestor down the line. That's true too. Therefore, it's basically okay if you date your sister. It's basically okay because we're all each other's like 10,000th cousin anyway. So, you know, trust me on that one. I did the southern accent earlier, so you can trust me when I say I'm an expert on brother-sister relations. Yeah, let's get out of here now. I think going back to the bastion isn't going to help me with nether rods, so I'm just going to get out of here in the safest way I can. That's a tricky thing to do, but we're going to do it anyway. And then we're going to find the nether fortress. I know that this direction is a good odds of yielding me the right thing, so I'm going to try and just follow the terrain as best I can. But yeah, that was a really good thing. My parents weren't friends, unfortunately, says Celeste. I think that is actually... So if I could make it posit a guess that the rise of, like, households that, like, break up makes the... Like, it makes itself more likely. If the first relationship you see is, like, two people who hate each other, you're like, yeah, it's pretty normal if you're, like, attracted to someone that you should hate them about half the time. There's a lot of people. It's shockingly common that you see that amongst people's, like, attitudes towards, like, yeah, I hate them, but, like, isn't that what makes someone perfect? It's like, ooh, I don't know about that. I don't think that you should be despising everyone that you potentially want to spend the rest of your life with, but that's just me. Hey, thank you, Timothy Cedars, for becoming the 459th channel member. Purple Cat, I love it too. I think I should be heading home. Why would you want to do that? Your family lives there. I generally had that for a while of, like, yeah, like, no one's, like, overly infused to be with their family, right? That's not, like, that's not a real thing. It took me a very long while to realize, like, no, actually, a lot of people really like their family. It's one of their sort. But, you know, in a way, if that is you miss out on a large part of truly understanding friendship. If you think the friendship is just like, oh yeah, it's when you find people that are like your family but worse. That's also going to be damaging, I reckon. So yeah, I'm still going to keep heading towards a fortress because you can't not have one. But at some point, it becomes a real tricky challenge. And so on the way to the fortress, chat, should we make a side quest? It's been a while since we had one. Should we give ourselves... I can't believe I survived that without damage. That's actually pretty impressive, I think. I hope you agree, chat. But yeah, this is a mess of a scenario. It's too tight of a gap. I'm not going to continue going that way. I'm going to instead... I don't have enough of a pickaxe either. I could go up and then go, like, around. Yeah, I guess up and around is the best we're going to get. We'll see where it takes us. Subscribe so I get more kids, says Cat Beanie. That's what you got to do. Are you going to die? You're backing yourself into a corner. Yeah, learning when it's happening, because a large part of Never Exploration is about knowing stuff like that. Seeing that it's happening and working around it is hard to do, but ultimately is what I've got to do. So we're gonna make this a little bit smoother. So hopefully I can look back at this and see exactly where I'm meant to go. It's a very smooth cut staircase, and now there's no misunderstanding that. But yeah, this just leads to a dead end here. Fortress or side quest, chat? Yeah, I like that. It's a good way of wording it. Oh, should we go in here? Oh, is that a side quest on the way to the fortress, I see? Okay, so given that I've gone this way for as far as I can... Also, did you hear the ghast scream but not open its mouth? Very bizarre. So yeah, this is a scary time to be fighting a ghast. But why don't we... Oh, I almost fell on the lava there. So why don't I take this ghast here? I can take a brewing stand. I can make potions right now, right? No, I need... Even if you find a brewing stand, you still need blaze rods to actually activate it. Annoying part of Minecraft, if you ask me. But let's get down from here. Now, let's do this. You're never truly in a corner now that Console Edition is gone, says Balo 999. Oh, funny you mentioned that. Today's Let's Play is all about the console thing being gone. Harrison gave me a really cool stat. Big credit to him. He said, because he kept track of it. I've now been playing Minecraft Bedrock for longer than I was playing Minecraft Console Edition. Which really, like, shook me. I was like, oh. Guess I'm officially a Bedrock YouTuber now, huh? I didn't hear the ghast scream. Can you please recreate it for me, please? Says Big Salmon. Oh, it was, she went like, Rah! I believe that was how it went. And so, yeah, it was a horrifying one, honestly. I wonder what the analytics from this stream will be, says Celeste. I am curious. Okay, so I did something a bit sneaky, chat. I wanna confess this to you right now. I put the chat on subscriber-only mode. Knowing that some number of people would subscribe just to make the decision. So I am curious, looking back, how many people will that be? Will there be any people who subscribe just for that? You know, like, I think a lot of times subscribing seems, like, because of the way that YouTubers sell subscribing, it's like, people just started saying subscribe. Don't ask me why, just do it. And a lot of people just would do so. And then they said subscribe. Most people don't do it. And look, every time YouTubers talk about subscribing, it's in a very self-motivated way. And so a lot of viewers here subscribe and they're like, oh, so yeah, I don't need to do that. Unless, you know, like it's hard to see the benefits as a viewer of subscribing. But I think there are a ton of benefits to subscribing to channels that you like. And I think a lot of people don't just do it. Don't do it, not even out of some conscious hatred, but just out ultimately because they're like, yeah, why would I need to? And so giving people just that little incentive to subscribe might be something. Actually, you know what, chat, right now, so you wouldn't be able to tell me if this wasn't true. You could tell me, I guess, if you've been subscribed otherwise. Also, we're going on a side quest, chat. Okay, so I'm in the Nether anyway, right? And you'll notice I'm having a bit of a dire time. I want to make some regeneration potions. I'm going to go on a side quest to kill as many ghasts as I can, because I find that regen potions make Bedrock so much more bearable with the slow regen. And so let's just we need at least 3 ghast tears, right? Or at least, I guess, a ghast tear, some sand, some water bottles, I guess. So we just need to get some sand later. And then we can make some regen potions, which is also going to require the blaze rods, I guess. But I would like that to be a fun side quest.
Happy New Year, Toycat.
Hey, Happy New Year! Thank you! I've set up my stream terribly today, so that I have no idea who just tipped that. But thank you! I hope you're having a Happy New Year. Okay, so I need to eat, and then I need to crouch. And then I need to read this tip. I don't know why the eating didn't work there. Hey, Chris H, thank you! Merry Christmas, and many Happy New Years to you. I am... Also, wow. Eating just does not work right now. Something weird about the world. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot, Chris H. Benefactor. I mean, that's such a fancy word to use, right? I like it a lot. Also, kind of need to hold back on the amount of fathers I have, to be honest, says Pin. Also, I think I see a fortress, right? No, I'm imagining it. There's no fortress over there. So we're just gonna... That's the way I want to go, but it's very dangerous looking. So we'll dig down to the lowest point. Okay, that's not what I was hoping would happen. And then we'll just bridge. Oh, okay. So that would have been death if I... Thank God that happened just now. Would have just been immediately over. So bridge all the way across here, and then just pull down. I will find this fortress, and I will get myself a regen potion. So I've got myself Ghost here. You also need blaze rods, glass bottles, and... Oh, we found a whole new biome, by the way. Ooh. This might... A more fun side quest could be, we should get some food sorted. I've got 1 cooked beef, and I hate making mushroom stew in the nether. Let's get some more beef, shall we? Everybody loves a good bit of beef. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm just going to move my thing up there. There we go. Thank you very much, Casanova. So Spyglass side quest 2024. Okay, tell me where I can easily find amethyst. Tell me. Oh, that was weird. That was very weird. I am not a huge fan of what I've just seen, but it's okay. I'm now going to make a hoglin trap. I don't know the mechanics of this just yet, but we'll make the hoglins follow me up into a place where they will be lavaed. You know, I'll just walk over to the hoglins and we'll do it that way. Just there we go. All the lava goes everywhere. And then we'll finish them off from a distance where they won't get burnt alive. Okay, perfect, they're dead. I don't know how the second one died at the same time as the first that I was actively swinging a sword at, but I don't get to question it. I do get to get 8 cooked pork chops though. Maybe a few more soon. Okay, so the hoglin's on fire. Things are good for me, yeah. That is 11 cooked pork chops. That was a nice little side quest, chat. Should we do some more though? You know, it's not a side quest if you only get 10 cooked pork chops. We should get enough for a whole run. Wait, is that? Do you see that over there? I saw some gold. No, I didn't. What did I see? I saw something. Hey, thank you, Auracast, for being 460th channel member. I would love to hit 500 members again this year. And thank you for bringing me slightly closer towards it. Very successful hunt. Yeah, usually hunting hoglins goes so much worse for me. I'm very pleased when it's something as simple and useful as that. So if we go up, we've got more land to explore, but we're looking for hoglins. So it's not my #1 priority. If we could just get our hands on a lot of hoglins down here, I'd be happy with that too. In the sense that we're not going to find any of that though, I'm going to chop down a few crimson woods, and then make another pickaxe and an axe. So we'll combine the swords together. That's easy enough to do. Easy peasy. I'm going to throw out my just absolute garbage items. Like, why do they let you pick these up, honestly? Then we're going to make a crafting table. And then we're going to make a set... I guess we'll make an iron axe. Seems like a good backup. And an iron pickaxe. And then, okay, that's fine. Goss can't hurt me. I'm over here. She's over there. You can't be hurt by things that are far away. It's a widely known truth of the world. And now we can just chop down a few of these blocks. So we have blocks from when we need to bridge out to get stuff. As often is the case. Oh, because intentional game design. Trade with piglins for obsidian to not have to go back to any old portal. Yeah, I like that idea quite a bit, actually. You know what, chat? Should we trade with piglins, or should we keep looking for a fortress? You get to decide on a particular side quest or main quest, effectively. Which one do you want me to do now? I think I kind of did my pork chop side quest. I can do more as we go through it. But there are piglins right here. So side quest, main quest, let's work it out as a collective chat. So I can't do return to sender. That was actually kind of my first side quest if you think about it. Also, I heard a hoglin. No, I hear piglins. Similar noises, to be fair. Yeah, I did a nice return to sender earlier. It's kind of hard to do on Bedrock. I played Java recently and it works so nicely there. I'm jealous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really jealous. But yeah, let's, okay, chat. They want the trades. They want the trades bad. And so, you know what you want, you shall get. And then we'll get a ton of wood. Oh, there's so many more over here. I'm gonna see if I can't move this. I guess we'll move the ender pearls. Though these might save my life. I've got to have them out there just in case it is the lifesaver. And then we're going to go grab all of the gold and give it to these guys instead. So, piglins, go. So there's a lot more piglins, so the trades will happen faster. Okay, there we go. We're good. I'm looking for obsidian. I've got 3 of it right now. If I ended up with more, that would be great. And we'll chop down trees in the meantime. Nice little side quest moment we got here. Make sure... Oh, more ender pearls. Wow. Good trade for ender pearl. And I've even got some fire charges to relight the portal. Love to see it. Love to see it. Got some gravel. Opposite of love to see it, but it's nice to see anyway. Nice to see they want to... They're trying their best, and that's what matters. We got some blackstone. Blackstone's always useful. Honestly, a good piglin trade can really help you out on the nether. That is my observation. We didn't get any real obsidian. We just got a bunch of crying obsidian. You know, if I wanted crying obsidian, then I'd take obsidian. I don't know, to a really sad movie. I was gonna take that to a darker place, and I had to back out at the last minute, by the way. Also, for a quick return to sender, you know, just to respond to the lobbying real quick. Yeah. But, I mean, goodbye drops. Okay, so we didn't get any obsidian. So we are going to have to go back to our portal. But I've now got enough blocks that hopefully it's a while till we need to go there. So I'm going to go back to my crafting table. I'm going to make a ton of slabs. And we're going to just bridge over there. I mean, it seems safer than the alternatives. Yeah, let's just do the really reasonable task of bridging out, because I can always end a pearl to save my life later. Yeah, this is very smart, chat. Well, actually, no, chat, before I do this, I have to ask you, should I bridge out across the lava lake, or should I go up and around? You get to decide. I'm not going to do something dangerous without your approval and consent, because this is a democracy, and that's what democracies are about, chat. Are there New Year's Eve fireworks in the UK, or is that just a US thing? Yeah, in London they do some pretty big ones. I went to look at them for the first year in like a decade, because my house is like on a hill, kind of. It was kind of pretty. It was very nice. So yeah, we'll see what the poll says. You know what, chat? We have no idea of knowing. Also arrows for the end fight. Yeah, I got 2 arrows for the end fight. That's a good number. Could do something with that. So 70% of people are saying bridge over the lava. You know what, chat? Your wish is my command. Let's go bridge in. Let's go bridge in. So yeah, this is a usually very smart technique. It's going lower. Only 62% now. 64%. Okay. The votes are clear. The democratic will of the people has been decided, and it is up to me to respect it. Let's go bridge over lava. If I ever detect something bad is about to happen, I've got enough ender pearls that I can just throw one willy-nilly. No concerns. But this will... Okay, this is scary, but I'm only going to do it over land. Oh yeah, chat, this was a good decision. You won't regret picking this one. This is perfectly safe. There are no downsides to doing it, and that's why you should do it all the time. 63% of people thought this was the better way, and I agree with that 63% of people, because look where we got to. It's a bit of a weird place, but we're here now, aren't we? I guess I should probably use some blocks to get down. Make some soul sand at the end of the path. And then use some blackstone, I guess. Oh, you can't properly do... Okay, there we go. Stack up, stack down, and we're here to go. Nice. Okay, so that was great. That worked very well, I would go as far as to say. I could chop down some more trees for some more slabs quite easily. But right now, I think we're doing just well. And so I'm going to continue heading towards where I believe a nether fortress could be, which is about 400 in a given direction. Once you pass 256, apparently it gets much worse. So if we check that corner and we don't see something, we're probably not going to find something. But still, it's a nice idea to try. So let's now stack up. Oh, it's another crimson, another warp forest. So as you can see, using blackstone, it's just very inefficient compared to using slabs that you get right from the forest here. So let's now turn that into slabs. Nice. And then let's use those slabs to go across. I do have some fears, especially when I'm this close to lava, because one hit I wouldn't even notice till it was too late. But yeah, bridging over lava is just a real good idea. You are doing this surprisingly well. Proud of you. Thank you. Thank you, internet father, mother, whatever we all are. Appreciate your praise. Really helped me get over the lack of hugs I had as a child, and hopefully as a result, we'll all move. Oh, we actually did find it. Thank you, chat. It was your encouragement and your support that allowed me to find this. So now, once you get to a fortress, there are two parts to a fortress. There's the parts where the blazes spawn. That's one of the two key areas. And there's the part with the loot. So what should we aim for first? We're obviously going to get into a random part, and we're going to have to defend ourselves. But what should we be looking for? Blazes or loot? You get to decide, chat. You are the kings of our democratic process. And so how would you like it to go? Okay, so this was a surprisingly smooth never, by the way, right? I am very shocked by how smooth. Ah! I can't even be mad at that, can I? I can't even be mad. The timing was so perfect. I didn't realize how low of a fall that would be. I knew I would survive the fall. I didn't realize I wouldn't survive the fall if I was withered. And that's on me. That's on me. Okay, so we've got to go a long way to get back to my death coordinates. I'll wear an iron helmet, and I'll use my blocks to get there. I'm gonna get some food if there's any lying around too. You know, I'm sorry, food. You're looking real tasty right now. You're looking so tasty, food. Oh, look at the food. Look how tasty it's looking. Oh yeah, tasty food. I found it. Also, I don't know why they're running so weirdly, but it's their problem, not mine. Okay, so there we go. Oh yeah, tasty food. All of it is mine. Yeah, I think
donating for luck.
Thank you, Nightfire. You know what? I wish. Oh, so first of all, thank you by the way, just for comments. First, Toycat Access 2024. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Good Easter to you all. Looking forward to Great Friday. Okay, so we died at 324 minus 324. So we died in that direction. But my god, is that a tricky direction to head in. So we're just gonna go. Yeah, we're just gonna go. I always regret not bringing food the first time I try to get my stuff back. Chat, should we go back and get more food? I won't do it if you don't want me to. So we're gonna have to put it on hold. People want me to get loot before I go to the blazes, by the way. But first, I have the more important thing. Should I just bring food with me? Because it is a long way. It's a very long way. I've got some rabbit level with me, at least. I mean, I could use that to do something, right? Oh, it's such a long way. I have to even go around. Nope. Yes. See, I'm very curious. I was not ready when Valentine's Day stuff came out before the new year. You know, that's the real risk of the... Also, go get food is 50-50, yes, no. 62, yes, no. It's interesting, chat will always vocalize one opinion, but the actual majority will often vote another way. There's got to be something to be said about that. You know, something about vocal minorities, maybe. Yeah, leaving aside my opinions on... I don't know. I'm sure there's a funny way to end the sentence. Like, well, leaving aside my opinions on going to the movies. I think the biggest problem is that we are going to need to get some form of like, we can kill rabbits all day. You know, should we kill rabbits all day? But we need to work out a way to cook them, or we'll go to the village, we'll get the hay bales. That's the solution. It's over there. It's a bit of a pain, but we'll make it work. It's funny, I had such a great never run. It was going so well for me until the moment where I said, it's going pretty well for me, huh? And then immediately it fell apart. And I don't know if I appreciate that from the game. If I'm being 100% honest, I think I would prefer that didn't happen in future. But ultimately, also, wow, these villages are really close by. That's the one I went to at spawn, I think. Get dandelions for stew. Oh yeah, get some nice sus stew going on there. Make a poll for which food you should get. That's a fun option, but most people have decided that I should get food. Is this the comedy section of YouTube? Says Ocean Liquid. I think I know you were making a funny by saying that, really. But the interesting thing about YouTube as a whole is I think a lot of creators realize that to like maintain an audience, like gaining an audience you can do almost anyway, but maintaining an audience requires being interesting in some way. And one of the most common ways that we find people interesting in our life is if they make us laugh. Something about laughter is more powerful than almost anything else. His stuff is going to despawn. It's not going to despawn. We're fine. You don't have to worry about why, but we're fine. There won't be any despawning. If you are worried about why, the answer is that your stuff only despawns when you're in a 4-chunk radius of it, or within your simulation distance of it, which means when we're not in the Nether, it literally cannot despawn, which is good because I don't want it to despawn. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say I have an opinion on this, which is that I would like no despawning. So that's the only hay bale I found. I hope there are more, because if there aren't, then I came all this way for a lot of nothing. I think I came all this way for a lot of nothing, chat. So what we can do with our lot of nothing is we can hope there's a furnace. Nope, I took the furnaces with me. So there's got to be more hay bales. It's never just the one hay bale, right? You never just one pile of hay bales. That would be silly. So there's potatoes there. Okay, it's potatoes it is. I don't like potatoes as a food source. But when it comes to it, I will eat potatoes. It's better to eat potatoes than to starve. I'm Irish, so you can trust me when I say that. Also, the villagers have been in a famine in your absence. I know, right, guys? Like, come on. I don't know how they could be having a famine right now. I just went into the village and they had so much food for me. Also, Toycat, you should tame the democracy cat. Oh, yeah, the cat. I would love to tame a democracy cat. What about a poll if we should cook them or not? Cooking them is quite hard. I guess I'm only 4 cobble deep slate away from doing so. How would we get 4... I can cook them in the Nether if I found a good fuel source. So I'll bring some wood with me to make some cooked potatoes. If there's a better fuel source you can think of, you gotta let me know right now, chat. It's very important. Do not cook potatoes, says Arctog. Okay, you know what? Should we cook the potatoes, chat? It's apparently a poll. I don't know when this became democratic, but I'm starting to see the value in a dictatorship all of a sudden. No, I'm just kidding. Also, kelp. Yeah, kelp's a very dense food if you're willing to cook it. But the fact that it requires cooking is why it's a bad food. Free iron and you can use lava, says the sane mongrels. Yeah, I mean, if I just killed the golem, really. That's what you're saying. Oh, so yeah, chat, are we cooking our food? Okay, so I know how to cook my food. I mean, besides throwing it in a furnace, which is the obvious thing to say, I've got a plan to cook the food. You've just got to trust me on this one. You passed coal a little bit ago. But I mean, was I going to mine the coal with my rabbit hide? Side note, wasn't it called rabbit leather? When did it change to rabbit hide? Is this a British English thing? Does anyone know? Also, this is so enticing of a cave. I love the wave that caves generate now. Some people will mock it, but I love it personally. Raw potatoes are a forbidden snack. I actually eat a potato in real life. I recently did a HelloFresh, you know, like the meal delivery order. And my meal was the most basic thing ever. I just got it because it was like 60% off and it's literally steaks and it's like an expensive ingredient. It was cheaper than buying the ingredients I found. But so it's come with some potatoes to make fries out of. And it's like, it's such a boring meal. Should I just eat some raw potatoes, chat? Like, instead of cooking up some rosemary salted blah 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 fries, should I just eat potatoes? I'm gonna start eating potatoes. You know, it's the new year. I've got to be healthy. Everyone knows that raw food is healthier because it comes that way. Don't ask why raw food is healthier, because if you ask, then it means that you don't believe. But now we're gonna go cook the food, but in the Nether. I didn't chop down any trees, by the way. But that's fine. I think that I left it in a crimson forest. So to get down there, which is where I want to go, I'm gonna have to make a leap of faith. Oh, and then immediately die because, okay, that's fine. So then we have to go across here. We're gonna get down because it's the... Oh man, this is going terribly for me. Okay, this is fine though. I'm fine. So yeah, he doesn't have a crossbow. It could be worse, chat. And we're heading out to... Oh yeah, Lord, this is no bueno. 67% of people think that I should cook my potatoes. That is a good idea if I've ever heard one. So to get back to where we were when we died, we've got to go this way. It is positive, and oh, what? How did that? Chat, I think lava is OP if it can do that. It hurt me while I was jumping over it, which to be fair is how lava would work in real life. But that's not what I really want to be hearing right now. So this Crimson Forest I went to, and then where did I went? I think I went up there, maybe? Did I went up there? I must have went up. Okay, this is my boss moment. This is when you have no food. Okay, this is a horrendous death situation to try and recover from. Oh god. Oh, this is hard. Okay, so this is a really rough one to get through. Don't eat your potatoes, drink them. That death sound though. Why does the death sound happen? I was doing something for a challenge a while ago that never came to be. You know, challenge video is one of the weirder types of videos I do on this channel. It's anyway, so come back to my point. So here we are, we're down. That worked. Now we just gotta get back to my stuff without triggering any pigmen. But yeah, I was just dying over and over again, and it was just that noise was driving me insane. It was like, these deaths don't feel fair. You know, when you die and you feel like it's not your fault, it's never a good sign. But not only do these deaths not feel fair, but also, okay, we good. But also just every time I was getting treated to this note block sound, and just why? Yeah, this is bad, says Renee. See, I'm a big believer in taking a bad situation like this, where a lot of people might just rage quit and say, look, I died on the way to dying to get my stuff. I'll just call that GG. And you'd be valid to have that opinion, honestly. I would never say you have to continue, but I think continuing on when you hit these lows is what makes the highs so much better feeling. Honestly, I really do enjoy it. I do find there to be some real joy in that. Okay, so chat, I'm going to... Oh man, that was such a weird gas fireball. I'm going to get back to where I've got to be, which I believe is going up there. So I'm now going to break some twisting... You know, I'll just use... No, I need some of this. I need just... Even if it's just like forfeit, being able to craft something would be like nice later. And now let's stack to our way out here. I am good. I am surviving. I am thriving. My coordinates are 324 minus 343. So this direction, about 700 blocks is where I died. And the moment I start recognizing things is the moment things get good. That's the way I see things. So I think I'm above where I was last time, which means I'm going to try to gradually fall down to where I was before. I'm going to eat a potato just every now and then. Just have a little potato break. You know how it is. Oh, that was a bad death. Oh, it's such a lame death. It's over for me. There's just nothing you can do about that. Such a lame death. Isn't it funny? There's like, this happens every time. We're like, oh, things are going well. Then it's like, oh, things not going well at all. Didn't know I'd be getting therapy in a democratic Minecraft stream, says EB Lee. I always sneak in a little bit of therapy. When no one's looking, I'm like, okay. So while you're all focused on the Minecraft, here's a piece of advice to help you with that. Okay, so that was my last death loop, chat. This time I'm getting out of the death loop. It really does feel a bit like Groundhog's Day. But every time, we get just a little bit better. Was there a note block sound? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear a note block sound. Did you, chat? Why does it happen sometimes and not others? I would love to speak to someone who makes Minecraft, who just understands these things. At this point, though, it almost feels like... From the times I do speak to developers, because Minecraft is this huge property, no one really owns Minecraft. I mean, like, Microsoft owns the rights to Minecraft. But it's not like because it's not an idea that one person holds, very close to them, very dear. It means that there's this fun problem where, like, if you were to ask why does that happen, I don't know that anyone would, like, someone might know about the bug report that's happened, but if they don't know about the bug side or they don't play enough Minecraft themselves, they'll be like, oh, yeah, that's weird. I don't know. It's not a decision that I'd be involved with. And, like, almost everyone would say, yeah, not a me decision. And so it means that you get, like, weird things where you have to hire people who are really good at what they do in their area of the game. But then you hire people who have, like, conflicting opinions for their separate area of the game. And that's, like, almost a near impossibility to avoid. It's something I think is interesting, at least, is that you inherently have to have conflicts, and there's no, like, original design vision. Some people would argue having a visionary is bad, but one of the interesting consequences is, like, yeah, no one could tell you why certain things are in Minecraft. No one could tell you the value of certain things. Just that when they have debates about them, more people say, yeah, it's worth keeping more than it's worth removing. That's not my department. Also, I almost fell down the gap while reading that comment, Dasher. So I'm gonna not read the chat for a second. Are you excited for the Minecraft movie, says Ryan? How about I crowdsource that opinion? Chat, am I excited for the Minecraft movie? I would love to know. I'm not entirely sure right now, but I'm hoping that I will be sure soon. I'm hoping that with your help, I can be very sure. Also, see, here's my stuff. I'm doing well again, chat. I'm picking it all up. The potatoes are here. I just have to get to a place where I can cook them, which is coming up soon. So yeah, democracy at its highest, says Ryan. Yeah, I do think that there's a compelling idea in democracy. So, do you remember? In fact, if you don't care about politics, I'm really happy for you, and I'm glad that you don't have an engagement with this. But do you remember there was this real weird push in the early 2010s for, like, oh man, I just wish there were more principled politicians. Like, I hate all these guys that just, like, say whatever it takes to get them elected. That was, like, a real take, and it was one that, like, I felt and I agreed with. But, like, yeah, people who say non-controversial things, like, act like they're saying something so wild and controversial, it's dumb. I think one of the biggest problems that many people see is, like, yeah, these people are just saying what it takes to be popular. But the counter side to that everyone's realizing they hate too is, like, oh, people who are meant to represent you, who aren't representing you and what you believe in, but instead something else that they believe in. Actually, that's really dumb. Like, if you think about it, it's almost insane that anyone would... Oh, how? Where did that ghast hit me from? Why am I dead? Why did it beep twice when I died that time? Ah! I was doing so well. I was doing great, chat. I was doing incredible. It was all so well. Ah, man. The death loop is over. Okay, so what you do when you get trapped in a death loop, chat, I've got ender pearls and I've got a nether fortress. I just have to... all I have to do is get there reasonably, right? So I get a stone pickaxe, I get a stone sword, enough stuff to do the basics of defending myself, and I'm also going to get myself a gold piece of armor. Those few things alone will give it all for me. The piglin with gold armor looked very proud of your death. Okay, so chat. It turns out, first of all, I'm very divided about what I think about the Minecraft movie. I've decided that I mostly like it. I'm very on board with it, but also, you know, there are some reasons why I would not be excited, and why about 48% of me believes that. Use the overworld to travel to your nether location. That's not a bad idea at this point, Balo999. So -3... Oh, that's a long way. That's a long way. That is a bad idea, objectively. Let's do it, though. I like... Okay, chat, actually, no, let's not do it without consent of the people. Should I go back into the nether again, once I've got some stuff? Or should I try and travel as far as I can in the overworld, and then, like appear in the middle of it, and do it that way? I mean, if I do it that way, I'll have my nether portal right where I need to go. Let's do a vote. It's democracy time, chat. Everyone loves some good democracy. Also, thank you for the donation for luck, Nightfox. Nightfire, sorry. Nutfox is an old YouTuber friend of mine, which is, I guess honestly, add night to something and it sounds so much cooler. Like Night Cat, so much cooler than just cat. Travel the Overworld, it's more fun. Jack Black as Steve is going to be interesting. At least it's not Chris Pratt. There's no way Jack Black is Steve. You've made that up, probably. But if that's real, the fact that it sounds made up is concerning. But I'm pretty sure it's made up. I'm like 70% sure. So less chance of stuff despawning, says Ryan. The Overworld sounds fun. Yeah, it'd be a long journey. If we could find a saddle, though, we could make it pretty quickly. I guess we wouldn't be able to put the horse in a boat, so it all becomes moot at that point. So I'm going to grab myself a bucket now. Just get it out of the way. Also, thank you, Elisa Stubbs. Toycat, what do you think you would have done for a living if YouTube hadn't worked out? Glad to finally catch a stream again. So I used to say, the response to this I used to give was, the reason I became a full-time YouTuber back in 2013 was because I was working quite hard to get a job in computer science. Also, thank you, Oricus. But I was working quite hard to get a job in computer science, and there were these recruiters who came to the school. They work for people who I now know are widely hated, by the way. But they're like, yeah, we have this well-paying entry job that if you have this qualification that you're currently doing, you apply for us and you'll immediately get a job that pays you. It was a decent amount. I was like, that's a good goal. I've always been quite a financially motivated person because I never had much financials to have the luxury of not being. And so when I heard that, yeah, just all you got to do is finish this course and then do some basic job for us for a large amount of money. By the way, large by UK standards, like, I think it was 30,000. I was like, ooh, yeah, that sounds like a life goal. And so during my last year of college, I was earning about that from YouTube while doing it like kind of part-time at college. And I was like, wow, I could have a job that I loved and also have the Will he hit me from down here? I hope not. I could have a job that I loved and also have the benefit of potentially throwing more time at this and doing better, right? And so one of the answers I used to give was like, yeah, I'd probably be in that job. But actually, I think after looking at how I deal with regular hours, like I don't mind working really, really hard at something, but I kind of have to be able to like pick my own schedules and take my own breaks to really be good at something. If I try it any other way, it goes like fairly poorly. And so yeah, I think that realistically I'd be doing something self-employed myself by now, even if it's just like on the side. What that would be, I don't know. I feel like there's a whole... I mentioned before, one of my my weirdest regrets, not necessarily biggest regrets, because I don't know if it's a good industry or not, but one of the things that really kicked off in the last 5 years was I had a business partner when I was about 13, because I wasn't old enough to have a PayPal account that I needed to run the business that I was in. So I had a really good business partner. It was just like, yeah, you can work with me, you can use my stuff, and like, we went in together on the site. And he was kind of like I don't know what the word would be. Like, he was a good, like, hands-off, like, let me make decisions that when he thought that I was making them right. But when me and my business partner eventually went ways, he was like, if you want to join me on my next venture, it's this thing that's just starting up. It's called dropshipping, and it's going to be huge. You're going to be able to make thousands a month of this thing. And I just laughed it off. I was like, I don't know. I haven't really... I wasn't sure about it. And I was just terrified about paying taxes at the time. I was 14, and I was terrified beyond all belief about the idea that, like, oh, yeah, if I don't pay my taxes, I'm screwed. Also, I have no idea how to pay taxes. And if I ask anyone, they might tell people that I'm not paying taxes. Again, I'm age 13, 14. I'm freaked out about the government. I now know that I would have earned below the threshold before actually paying them. But I didn't know at the time. I was just terrified. And so, yeah, I think if I'd have just followed him into that, like, dropshipping became this huge industry. And to be in that early, right, would be nuts. Because I just didn't understand the value add. He's like, yeah, so someone orders a TV from you, and then you ship it from China. And it's like, I think that's what people are already doing. But the thing I didn't realize that was smart was that instead of shipping it to you and you ship it to the customer, you ship straight from the manufacturer to the customer. Like that step is like revolutionary because it means that you only pay to ship once, and it's usually a very cheap shipping because it's via boat most of the time. And it's like, yeah, that's changes the game. So no one knows how to pay taxes, says Caliban Man Whitey. Yeah, I am fully convinced if the UK had a system, like a tax return system that was like, yeah, so instead of your employer working it out for you and then taking the money from your payment, if you had to manually pay the government each year, so many people would not know how to do it, or they wouldn't be able to save up the right amounts. Like, I for better or worse, regardless of what you think about the pros or cons of it, we could not have a government of the size that we have right now if it weren't that most people were employed by other people, so that's like a key part of it, and if it weren't that there was some way to automatically take that money. It's very, very fascinating. They should teach it in schools. Yeah, I think if they taught it in schools, you might have like a more frank conversation with your parents about it afterwards, and depending on who your parents are, that conversation would like get political real quickly, maybe. I'm really grateful that like when I was a child, I didn't have like adults in my life like feeding politics into my ear. Like I think it was like I was like 16 or 18. The first time someone was like, "Look, here's my take. I think that when the more money you earn, the less you actually use services," something like that. And I was like, "That's an interesting opinion." Thought back on it using my own words. I said like, "Oh yeah, well instead of doing this, what if it was this?" And they're like, "Well, I don't like that either." I remember having a long conversation about like, do we even need a military with someone in my life? But anyway, one of the things that I and then being like, well, it allows us to like project influence. It was if you want to know, if you want to just don't tell him, but I believe it was my biological father. One of the first like 10 conversations we had, I was just like, well, we don't really need a military, do we? And he's like an ex-military guy. And he's like, but what if there's a war in the Middle East tomorrow? Then, you know, we need to be able to like show that we matter by being in there. And he just, anyway, coming back to my point is, yeah, I wish I'd been involved in dropshipping. But I wouldn't have started YouTube if I was. So it's one of those weird, it's one of those odd things where the more successful you are at something might mean that you miss your next big opportunity on the next thing. It's one of the benefits of failure is you get to keep trying new things as you go through failures. A lot of people like to believe that they're going to have they pick one job and that's the best one and always, etc. But actually, it's not always the case, right? So, interdimensional bounty hunter, says James Weston. Aren't we all interdimensional bounty hunters? At least intradimensional bounty hunters. Lamau, my dad is a major Trump supporter. He constantly sends me videos of propaganda for it. So yeah, that's what I mean in like, that's like ugly to do that to a child, right? I think anyone who believes that they need to just keep pushing things on someone politically, I don't know. I think even honestly, the idea of sharing things politically is so painful to me. It's like, even if you know that someone's going to agree with what you're saying, that's not useful. If you either got to know, like, I think you've got to know that someone doesn't agree and accept the pushback and try and actually want to learn from it. Also, we found a ruined portal. We can go to the Nether now, and we'd be somewhat close to where I died. But I want to get a lot closer, chat. I want to get a lot closer. I can't believe I just found a woodland mansion in a real challenge. So, since chat has decided we're traveling to the Nether Depth via the overworld, chat, you can also decide keep traveling or take a side quest and go to the woodland mansion. I mean, look at it. It's so big. How can you not want to go to it? If you believe your side is right, wouldn't it be easier to wait for a child to determine what they think and then have a conversation about it? Don't ask people who believe in religion that question. That's the lesson I learned very early on. Don't do it. You regret it. But yeah, I think I'm excited to see what we're gonna do. Are we going to the mansion or are we gonna keep going? I'm going this direction either way until we decide. I can burn it down, by the way, also. I mean, no, chat, side quest is looking real popular right here. Wow. Yeah, chat wants me to go to this woodland mansion. You know what, chat? I'm glad we have the parasocial relationship we do. I hope I hope that you're looking forward to this burner down as much as I am. Get a totem so you won't die. Oh, that's really clever, actually. Yeah. Totem time? Totem time. Let's do it. Okay, so I've got a wooden sword, and I haven't slept in a bed in about 2,000 blocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very tactical of how I approach this. I've got 30 planks. Let's climb up to the top windows. I'm going to try and go through this forest. Do I have food? I've got carrots. Okay. So with just carrots, a golden pickaxe, and a wooden sword, can we get a totem of undying? Let's find out. Okay, so I really do think that this is a scary option, but a necessary scary one. Okay, so the side quest is happening. It's locked in place now. Let's now make a ton of slabs and climb up the side of this thing. And then once we get too high, we have to place the slabs like a block further out until we get to where we want to be. And then slab and a slab and a slab. Okay, so if there are any evokers in here, we'd go in, but there's not. We want to go one floor further up. So now stack and we're just going to stack up. It's the easiest way, I think. And then once we get to more builds on the side, we can go off those. And then, ooh, what are we doing here? There we go. We're on the top floor. So it's a bit dark here, but we might find a secret room. It's so dark. What do you think's behind here, chat? What do you think it is? It's it's the hidden X room. Oh, okay, that's a good room. Okay, chat, it's gonna work out very well from the inside there. So we're just gonna place a slab underneath this, and then we're gonna water it up, and we're gonna break into the top floor here. Oh yeah, look at, okay, so it's so dark I can't see anything right now, chat. I actually, you know what, there's only one way to see things right now. I'm gonna level with you. We all know what it is. Let's quickly make a light source, just a temporary one. And now I can see what's happening. So I'm inside the room, which is good. And we're gonna just walk up, also totem, then burn it down. Okay, chat, you've decided that burning it down is not just a short-term way in. It will instead be my long-term strategy. Oh, is this room just worthless then? I thought it was the one with the stuff above it. But I must be wrong, that must just be the ceiling. Oh no, it is that. Okay, we're great. We're fine. I'm gonna break some more blocks. Hope they don't burn before I do it. Place the stairs here. And hey! Oh, okay, that's scary. Just blow up over there, please. Not over here. Just over there. That's all I ask. Thank you. So then we're gonna quickly... You know, we don't need to light it. I can see with the moonlight. I've got a nice armor trim. I've got a chain chest plate. That'll be important. Some bones. They won't be important, but you never know. And, oh, a diamond chest plate and a diamond hoe. So the diamond hoe is better than my sword, right? Diamond hoe time. Okay, this is my favorite time. Okay, this is a bit of a chaotic run, but it's gonna work, chat. It's all gonna pull together. Is that a regular villager? No, it's a zombie villager. He's just attacking a guy. So now we're gonna sneak past this room and just get out of there while no one's paying attention. It should be easy enough to do. And now let's go find an illager and kill him with my diamond hoe. It's a bit of a weird phrase to have to say, but trust me when I say I'm only doing it because I have to. I'm gonna let that just happen. I'm gonna break in and let's find him. Where is the evoker? It feels like we're playing peaceful sometimes today. Like there's no mobs and then there's always mobs. There must be a bug which means they spawn in some chunks or something more often than others. Would love to spot what it is. But yeah, we're just gonna keep burning down the place so we know which rooms we've been in. I haven't found a single fella yet, which is a concern. Yeah, where are they all at? Are they all on the second floor? Or the floor below this one? Okay, so this is nice. This is, oh, that just went away immediately. Oh, okay, so we got one guy. Oh, I got an Ooga Booga. Okay, Ooga Booga's what I want. So I'm gonna quickly just get past this. This is a big deal. Oh, and that's why. That is exactly why. So I'm just gonna run away. I don't want to die. At least not today. So I'm gonna quickly equip my diamond chest plate. I came for the Ooga Boogas, says Harrison. How's it going? I was mentioning earlier that it was because of you that we knew that the Let's Play had been in Bedrock longer than the Xbox edition. I thought that was a really cool stat. I was saying it, if it weren't for— oh no! I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Where did he come from? Was there was a hole back there? Chat. I've got bad news for you. I didn't bring a bed with me. I didn't think I needed to be honest with you. And I'm learning the error of that plan. He was already there. Who's ready for Let Us Play 600? It's a big one. It's a real big one. I can even, assuming it's not out yet, we can do it after the stream, Harrison. Oh god, what the fuck? I want that iron sword so bad. He's got a 7.5% chance of dropping it. It's not my enchanted iron sword. I've never seen an enchanted one from a zombie. Please. It'd have been so cool, right? Can we all agree? Would have been cool. Okay, so we're not all the way lost. We're not all the way away from where we wanted to go. I think we're going this way. So we went to negative, positive, negative. So we want to go this way and that way. And then we'll get our stuff. New vote, go do something else if it's far away. Okay, so how am I going to get back quickly? We could use a boat, but it looks like a... yeah, we're going to go via the overworld. And we're going to find... I'm going to get that Totem of Undying. If I had a Totem of Undying, I wouldn't have died trying to get a Totem of Undying, which is why I need a Totem of Undying. Chat, we can all agree on that. He had an enchanted sword? Wow, never saw that either. Yeah, like, seeing a zombie with a shovel, common. Seeing a zombie with a sword, ooh, rare. Seeing a zombie with an enchanted sword, like, crazy rare. I would watch 600 Let's Plays and I would watch 400 more. Yeah, that's a very real number of people agree with you on that. I feel guilty for having suggested the totem. I've suggested another Deathloop side quest. You know, isn't that sometimes the beauty of something like this? We've hit our lowest point. We want to give up. We want to say, why are we doing this again? How did I get to the point where I'm... But instead I say, nah, I've got two important things that you don't otherwise have. I've got knowledge of the world. I know exactly where I'm going. And I've got, more importantly than that, I've got the exact location of a bunch of stuff hanging out together. Those two things together will take me a real long way. Thank you, Miss Patman Driver Lady.
Me smiles many times. Appreciate you, you mad lad. Smiley face, thumbs up, heart. I vote for all the Minecraft fire and IRL staying warm safely. BTW.
Okay, fire, Minecraft
fire.
Okay, you know, by the way, in case you are curious about my real life staying warm plan, last year I had such a ridiculous electricity bill that I was like doing the bare minimum to like stay hot, and I ended up paying like basically, you know, hundreds of pounds for an electricity bill that like didn't achieve anything for me. But this year I was just a bit more like, okay, let's cut it down the tiniest bit but still get what we want from it. It's interesting, there's something weird about like paying a lot and getting nothing feels so much worse than paying a little bit more than a lot but getting most of what you want. There's some psychology in that somewhere. But yeah, also, wow, I ate that apple so fast. Do you see how fast I was walking? Oh, lightning! That's fun. Okay, not often we get a good round of lightning. Also, we got better food this time. Remember how I wanted hay bales so bad? Well, I got hay bales so bad. Also make a boat. Yeah, I'm gonna make a boat bird to light. So also, wow, the spider just knocked me into a fenced area. Okay, so I'm just gonna knock myself out of here real quick. I'm gonna find a crafting table, or make a crafting table even, and then we'll have all of this that we want forever. And ouch, ouch, please don't. I've got things to do, spider. So we pay more in gas in the summer, so we don't have to worry about the bills in the winter. Yeah, I think that's why they basically set you up that way. In the UK, you pay not for the electricity you use that month, like that goes to your account. But usually it's recommended you set some arbitrary amount, and that way you build up a balance during the summer to pay off your debt during the winter, basically. Also, I do not think I'm going the right way. I don't remember going across the ocean. Oh, I do actually, with the shield. I remember it perfectly. So I'm going to have to set I'm gonna have to quickly just make some bread. Real quick, make some bread. Just real quick. And then eat some food real quick. Just while no one's looking. Just get some food in there. Because I saw her drowned, and you never know when they've got tridents. You just never know. So, yeah, we're now only 1,000 blocks away from where I died, which is then not that far away from where I need to be. I didn't, see, can you do it again? Also, there's a bug where you can eat apples while running. It says, 12 EMEA. I love silly bugs like that. I really can't say that. I don't care what the bills are. I must have cool for summer sleeping. I think the things that hurts about bills, it's the same reason that people hate the idea of rent. Like, I think it's weird to me that people hate rent more than they hate bills. I think it's because bills, there's like, you know, everyone's aware you're using something, and there's no like, you know, it feels a bit more tangible than like the idea of like, oh yeah, rent is just, there is some guy who makes money every month while you lose money. But like, I think the craziest thing is like, yeah, there's a lot of things that are basically just required in the modern day to survive. They cost a lot of money, and you must find a way to make that money every month. And there's something like terrifying about that to me. Also, sometimes that money just arbitrarily goes up a ton. Whoopsie. Like, imagine if there was like, oh yeah, there's a war going on in Ukraine right now, so everyone's rent's just gone up 40%. Sorry, you know, like, it's a hard time for landlords. People would be like outraged. But you hear like, oh yeah, because even though we use mostly wind and solar, because wind and solar had to meet the same price that gas has gone up to, because we price things by last available kilowatt hour. Whoopsie. Turns out that now, also Theta Gross put the sock on lol, says Renee. Sorry, you know, if you want to bribe me to put a sock on, we can do reverse OnlyFans. Will that be like only haters? Some fans? No fans? Yeah, let's do a no fans, I guess. Yes, put the sock back. There's a poll for it, apparently. Map looks almost like Mexico. Yeah, I saw a little bit of Mexico in there too. I look at Minecraft maps and I see countries as well. But like what I was saying is like also I have, oh, that was a weird place for lightning to strike. I have no idea where I am right now. Have I got a coordinate wrong? Did I make such a, also no fans. Just go to streamlabs.com/toycat and you can join the no fans. So the sock is going back on, chat. Good news. My cold foot is going to become a warm foot. A very big foot, some might say. These days, renting is actually cheaper than mortgaging. You don't have to worry about what maintenance costs are. Says Cat. I think renting actually is smarter than a mortgage in a depreciating market. And also only if you also have enough excess to invest, as opposed to, oh, a trail ruins. Chat, do you want to go on a side quest, or you know, we'll stick to our main quest. We'll stick to our previous side quest, I should say, because that needs to help me with my main quest, which will be great. But this is the oddest thing my comments have led to. Says Sacrificial Lamb 456. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Do some archaeology. No way to predict the market, says Miss Pat Van Driver Lady. I think in general, though, so it actually is quite easy to predict a market in the macro sense. Generally, certain assets go up, and generally some assets go down. Some people say, like, well, you can't predict the market, and so I'm going to put lots of money into my car, and it might go up in value. It's like, it might, but it's very overwhelmingly not going to, statistically. You know, like, in the same way, like, a house can go down in price. The same way stocks can go down individually, but the aggregate of stocks have not gone down for more than like a 4-year period in a row. Like, they've always recovered from their every time we have a crash, you know, like Wall Street crash of 1928. If you'd survived the 1920s crash, you'd have like 100 times more money today than you had back then. Like, if you didn't sell anything, if you bought in at the highest point and then had to suffer through all those losses, as long as you didn't sell, you wouldn't have lost money. But I know I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. Don't take my word for it on finance. Wait, go watch my finance channel if you want to take my word for it. But I hate renting because you're at the whim of your landlord. If they want to sell / renovate / move in, etc., they can kick you out and mess with your life. I love the way they do it. I'm just gonna vibe out that you're in the UK because we have a very big private landlord class here. I love the way they do it in the US, where generally landlords are big faceless corporations. And generally people hate big faceless corporations. But let me tell you, I love renting from a big faceless corporation. Let me say that right now. Because they were very, very simple about, like, there was no, like, coy, like, ooh, this works this way or that way. It's like, oh no, yeah, here is your rent, pay it every month. We have a guy on staff who runs maintenance because we know the maths works out that paying for maintenance is cheaper than not paying for maintenance. Also, yeah, I have to kill these guys and not get killed by anything else. Actually, this is a good way to kill Ooga Booga, or kill the Axeman, I guess. I'm just a Minecraft YouTuber, don't take my word from finance. Go to my finance channel for that, 10 out of 10. Thank you, Big Salmon. I'm glad you like it. I thought it was fun, so I'm glad you did too. Why are you playing Bedrock Edition and not Java Edition? Oh, it's because I hate medium-sized salmon. I just have a real phobia of them, really. So I got my stuff back now, chat. And I'm about to get a lot more stuff, as you see. Because all I have to do is kill the Ooga Booga Man. There was an Ooga Booga Man just over here. He might have fallen through the ground, though. There he is. He's in the dark. No! That's not Ooga Booga Man. The Ooga Booga Man is somewhere else. So I'm going to run away from this. And I'm going to just... Okay, we're fine. We're fine. So, yeah, I can never... Okay, so I've learned... Oh, wait. When did he get there? Okay, so I've learned that... I'm going to just have to punch him. They attack so weirdly. They've got such odd attack. Like, do you see that? The way he's, like, not looking at me, but he's still attacking me. Okay, so I'm just going to keep dying over and over again, getting that death sound, until I can get my weapon back. There's my weapon. I got it. Okay, and now I can attack him properly. Perfect. He's dead. So we have to do this for every single one we find, because I have got terrible survivability right now. But if we do that, which I have just done, I have all my stuff back. All I lost was experience. And now I can kill the Ooga Booga Man. Wherever he is. Ooga Booga Man, where are you? There you are, right? No, that's not Ooga Booga Man either. Yeah, as long as you find enemies in a nice and closed space, they're very easy to kill. And so I recommend using blocks specifically for that reason alone. Okay, so... Yeah, we got him. Lots of emeralds, by the way. More emeralds than I was expecting to have. Where is my Ooga Booga Man? He was just firing his blasts at me. So I'm gonna put some fire up real quick. And I'm gonna see... Like, he definitely did just shoot some at me. So is it in... Oh, he is in here! Oh, okay. So that's bad. Probably. Goes without saying. We're just gonna go up here. And we're gonna eat. And we're gonna deal with that in a second. He was right in there. See, if I lit up the place correctly, as I'm now realizing we have to do, we'd have done great. But yeah, there's a skeleton. To get rid of the skeleton, I'm going to do the very easy and logical thing, which is burn the ground under his feet when he's not looking. Or do that. That works great too. Okay, so... Okay, Ooga Booga Man is mad. He has feelings about my feelings on him. But that's okay, because he is going to be dead. And that means a totem for me. So I could go for a second totem right now, but I think that might be cheeky in this environment. I will get the bow out, though. Oh, I've got no arrows for it, so I'll get it out just to intimidate people with the... They want to attack me, they're going to have to go through my bow. So I could use just the one totem undying. But imagine this scenario, chat. Imagine I die with the totem undying. Then, you know, having one is having none. Having two is having one. And so, let's find some. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's not one. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What's over here? No Ooga Booga Man. Not interested. Ooga Booga Man. We seeing any? Wow, this is such... Also, by the way, the vote was to burn down the place once I got my totem. So, just to stay true to that part of the vote, here you go. Don't worry, chat. I got you covered. We are going to continuously burn zombies. And we're going to work towards the direction we wanted to be going anyway, which is, you know, this was a mildly interesting visit. Oh, see, I hate this. I should have burned you when you were alive. Because he's dead now. That sentence made sense if you just focus on the fact that he's dead now. So, to get through here, this is something fun that you can now only do because of the... oh, actually, you can get through before anyway. So, yeah, because of the fact that you can fit through smaller gaps, you can do this now. Very, very useful. Oh. Climb down and around. And here we go. Okay, so now we're going to get to our never death point, which is about 300, 200. Also, chat, has anyone here seen the show OA? I want to make a joke about Hap looking for the death sound, but needing to just play Minecraft. I watched the OA recently, and yeah, there's this... If you've seen the OA, if you haven't seen the OA, it's the most ridiculous, like... It's a show that starts really heavy sci-fi, and then works down to medium sci-fi, and then when you're not looking, it's like, we're heavy sci-fi again. We got ya. And it like kind of plays up like, is this science fiction magic? Or is it real? We don't know. Your spawn is now set in a burning mansion, says Dasher. I wouldn't have it any other way, Dasher. I wouldn't have it any other way. So, you know, just to be fair, actually, just to be, you know, like, make sure that we really get it, we'll burn down the forest connected to the mansion too, just in case the mansion fire goes out. The forest fire should hopefully, you know, reignite that fire at some point. You never know when your arson's going to catch up with you. Remember, the only reason they ever catch people in arson is the stuff that doesn't burn down. They can't prove what you did from ashes. They can only prove what you did from the stuff that didn't burn. And so really good arsonists never get caught. Okay, so we need to go to 2600 minus 2700 in the overworld. Should be real easy. But yeah, basically in the OA, very questionable show. Wouldn't recommend it, but I'm apparently recommending it. Yeah, guy is real big believer in the idea that after death, you make a little noise in your ears, and he kills people over and over again so he can hear the noise. I don't understand it actually, now that I say it out loud, but it's a great show to put on in the background. Or a great show if you... I think it's one of those shows where they thought they'd get another season, and so they have a really cool cliffhanger. they have a cliffhanger where it turns out everyone is actually British. And it's... And that sounds to me like an exciting part of way for things to go. Toycat respawning in a fiery mansion is him connecting with his old flame. After death, I'm going to be buried and eventually decompose. See, you know, that's the funny thing, right? Is you might be, after you die, you don't even know what happens to you. You might be burned alive. Well, burnt, not alive. You might be burned. You might be hung, drawn, and quartered. There's a lot of possibilities. You know what's crazy to me is like, there's some, it takes like years for your bones to go missing, right? So your skeletons can be found in the ground forever. I think it's wild that there are billions of skeletons in the ground right now. That there are tens of billions of bones just hanging out in a box somewhere. And it's like, why did we put them in a box? Why did we put, like, the amount of money that we spent on those bones? Like, if you think about it on the macro sense, not on the human level, on the humanity level instead of the human level, I guess. It's like, why is that? Also, I think I hope they cannibalize me is a valid. If you request it, people legally have to do it. That's how wills work. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's how that works at least. So, is it worth getting the steak when it's in such a big hole? I'm gonna do it, but I'm not happy about it. Okay, so now we're gonna get back up and out. Chat, it's been a little while since we made a democratic decision. So, should we sleep in this village that we're passing right here? Or should we power through, you know, no naps for us, and just go right the way to our nether point? Or at least the nearest, like, nether point we can make. Oh, there's 3 villages here. Oh, that's so interesting. So take a nap, make a little spawn point, or do we live life on the edge? Spawning in a burning mansion is pretty funny, right? You know, to help you decide, I'll take the bed with me. I have it pre-prepared. And, you know, based on your decisions, we'll see where it goes. We should do a vote for what happens to Toycat after he dies. You know, let's do it. Let's, my death shall be that there'll be nothing left of me, says Gendo. Yeah, I really want there to be nothing left of me too. That's like a fear. Or rather, I want there to... I guess the other fear is, what if we one day can, you know, revive people? And then you've burned the only parts of you that might have a life. You'd feel real silly about that, I reckon. You'd be a little bit disappointed with yourself. So I'll put all the dumb stuff in here. And then I could just go to the nether right here, chat. This is a good location. It's only about... It's really close. Yeah, this is a good location. Let's use it. So taking a nap is favored. I'm gonna set that spawn point, and then I'm gonna have to mine a hole. I'm gonna have to make a. Let's do it. Let's commit. Commit to the bit. Make a crafting table. Make some sticks. I've already got some sticks actually, so I can make an iron pickaxe. Just because there is a gold block here, might be useful. Who knows? And then we're gonna have to make the weirdest nether portal ever. Actually, wait. There's only 2 pieces of lava here, right? We need... No, there's 3 pieces. There's exactly enough lava for this to work. No, there's not. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got 1 lava, 2, 3 lava. So even if this works perfectly, it's still not good enough. So we'll take a nap here, and then we'll continue through for the night. If you have €500,000, you can be frozen in the future until the future is tech to bring you back to life. Yeah, I think that's a fun thing. I've looked into it. It's in Germany, right? The Cairo... How do you even say it? Cairo preservation? Cairo preservation? I've assumed it's Cairo. But it could be Chiro. Oh, okay, well, now I definitely can't do it, chat. So that's the good news. I should bring a bed with me anyway, though, actually. You know, there were villages. There'll be more villages on the way. If you had a clone, would you kill it? No, because otherwise then the clone will want to kill me, and then he'll kill me. I learned this in a Tom Scott video. Yeah, it's a really quirky idea. And I think I liked the fact that even the people behind it were willing to say, yeah, we don't know, to be honest. There's no evidence right now. It's just it's better than 0% chance though. And that is the part that appeals to me. It's like, well, you know, like you can accept that you are fully dead. Great. Or you can try. I mean, if you try and don't succeed, you're still dead. But if you try and do succeed, you'll be like, man, I almost didn't do this. Give us money now so you might be arrived later, maybe. Yeah, the downside you would, I guess, argue is that, like, you are depriving that money from your heirs and relatives. But, like, I don't know, I think the idea of giving money to people after you're dead is a really... It's a really weird one, if you think about it kind of critically, right? Like, you were... Like, it's a better alternative to having to your money than it going nowhere. But if you could benefit from your money that you spent... your effort, you traded your time for money, and then you're gonna give the money to people that it might damage in some way. The number of family feuds that appear because people see funerals as free money and all that noise. It's just, isn't it easier to not? Isn't it just easier to not? I think the answer is yes. So whole lot of daisies. Yeah, it's a pretty full flower field we're running through right now. I would like to see a village. Because otherwise I'll be a little bit away from my spawn point. And that's kind of bad. I've got a totem now, though. I can't do... A totem and a shield. This is the ultimate defensive strategy, chat. Try and kill me right now. It's impossible. If you have immortality, you have to live through the end of the world. You know, that's the scary thing about the idea of immortality. Like, versus the, you know, the sci-fi concept. The imaginary version is like, yeah, you live as long as you want. The sci-fi version can be like, yes, immortality means that you'll never die. You can be trapped in a cement mixer, and you'll wake up over and over again, and then die immediately afterwards. You know, not ideal. Also, if people were brought back to life a long time after they died, they wouldn't have any more money. Most of their family members would be dead. No one would remember them. What's the upside? Oh, so keep in mind, if you give me the choice right now, right? If you say to me... Oh yeah, we can, like, you've lost all your money, Toycat. You have no money left. You can either die or you can be alive. I would pick be alive. Maybe that's a sign that I'm you know, finally over, you know, maybe that's just the sign that I actually care about life in a way that people always told me I would. But I think alive with no money is better than not alive with no money. Because that's the actual alternative. It's not dead with money, because dead with money isn't a thing. It's alive with no money or dead with no money. I'm picking alive. I'm going with it. Controversial controversial pick, I know, but that's what I would go for. And if you wouldn't, I respect that. But also, do I respect that? I don't know that I do. So yeah, I'm gonna use a lot of this obsidian to keep the water from flowing over here. Okay, it's still flowing just fine. Yep, it's still flowing just fine. Also, second lobbying payment, Democracy Cat. It's a shame that we haven't found a name tag or really gone near any like body of water near the thing. It's a good idea though. I love the idea of Democracy Cat. I really do. I wanna. Should we get a democratic cat? Seems like a fun idea. Who doesn't love democracy and cats? If you don't love one of those two things, oh no. Ooh, yeah, that's fine though. We're great. We're doing fine. There's plenty of lava here, and I am going to use it. So now we put the water there, and oh no, okay, it's fine. I'm learning. It's funny how bad this goes for me so frequently. But there we go. Now we've removed the worst of what can go wrong. I can now come in here and scoop up some lava. And lava goes here. Doesn't work on top. I always forget it doesn't work on top. So we gotta put the actual block of. Okay, lava goes there. Water goes on top. Do. Thank you so much, Nate Sofa. Welcome back to the Cooler Clack Club. One sec. Welcome back to the coolest cattest club as the 461st channel member. Also, Democat says, Chantal Exley, Democratic, don't you mean? You know, as that's a very good message there, Sacrificial Lamb. Very well thought out. Love it a lot. High quality. So this is gonna go. Oh my God, how am I this bad at my? Oh, I guess the lava burned it away. That's how it happened. Okay. So now we just have to keep on breaking ways down in here. Thankfully, there's enough lava from these two pits that I don't ever need to seriously consider what could go wrong here. But yeah, pro tip: don't turn your lava into obsidian if you want to go places. It just doesn't work. Okay, so chat. Should I go back and get my stuff first, or should I kill the blazes first? It's been a very long time since I dropped that stuff. Do I even feel a connection to it anymore? Whereas those blazes, I need to kill those regardless, right? So maybe maybe they should be the priority. You can decide, chat. You can decide. We'll go to the nether, and you will pick. I hope we get a good nether spawn. So we're going to 324 minus 343. We're not that far away from it right now, as you can see. In fact, we're right here by the where the bridge would be, I bet. Yeah, look, there's the bridge. See, that bridge was a smart idea. Oh, halfway through the bridge. Oh, that's very annoying, actually. I don't want to chance it with a hay bale, but there is nothing else I can do. I guess I could follow this way to the fortress. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to. Oh, that is very risky. Do I have another choice? What's option 3 here? Option 3 is die, it looks like. Okay, so I've got a shield. I'm just gonna crouch whenever enemies come past me. Doing a very good job at that. Yeah, I am so screwed, chat. My stuff is gonna start despawning really soon. I don't know what to do about that. So I'm running through, and I'm hoping for an option C. Which is that this way takes me through there, without having to go through the mess. It looks like it might. Yeah, there's going to be a nice gradual path down. And I can take smaller jumps with hay bales. And if they don't work, I'm not dead. Which is exactly what I'm here for. Okay, so small jump with a hay bale. Ouch. I placed the hay bale just fine. Just didn't save my life or anything. Small jump the hay bale. You usually don't have to worry at such short falls, but if you've got bedrock regen, you really do. And then we'll eat the cooked beef as soon as the hunger goes down, and that will keep me going while I pick up my stuff. So safe. I did that very safely. I'm now on the other side of the Nether Fortress to where I died, but I'm on the ground, which is where. Okay, this is bad. I have no blocks. I am not... Okay, that was not what I was expecting to happen. And I need to get over there quickly. We're just going to break as many blocks as we quickly can. It might be faster to chop down a tree. I'm not sure. I'm just doing what it takes to get to my stuff. Okay. Remember, my bed is very far away from my nether portal. It looks like I'm in the clear right now. I've got the totem. I could sacrifice and just jump in. So I can think about that if it comes to it. If the alternative is my stuff dying. Like if I... It's better for my totem to die than all of my stuff. That's a true fact right there. So let's get over to it. Oh, there we go. It's alive, chat. Yeah, if you doubted me, now is the moment you have to feel silly. Throw this all on the ground. Oh, arrows. Nice. Iron helmet. And then pick up some more stuff. And then throw more stuff on the ground. I don't know if I want a piglin walking around with stuff, but that's fine. I've got 2 shields on me right now. I'm going to combine them together. Because a big shield is better than 2 small shields. I'm going to combine the 2 iron pickaxes together. Because that is a good idea. And, yeah, it's about as good as I can reasonably get away with right now. Warp fungus isn't a need. Either is 1 plank. Yeah, this is great. Everything is wonderful here, chat. Oh, ender pearls, ender pearls. Oh, God. The ender pearls. They're so important. They're so important. Okay, so that is good that we fixed it. So this iron pickaxe is full. I'm going to want a second iron pickaxe, though, so we'll drop the gravel for it. No, we'll drop the 2 dirt for it. I'm going to drop the iron nuggets, too, actually. I'm going to turn the gold into things, and then drop the gold chest plate as well. Then I'm going to drop the single steak. I'm just going to eat it. And then that gives me some more inventory space. Nice! Chat! I made it! I'm alive! Are you proud of me? As my parasocial internet parents. I hope you are. So now we just stack right in there. Or we could end a pearl. But I'm going to stack. No reason why. Just feel that's a better bet. Actually, there must be some crimson wood on the ground here somewhere. Is there crimson wood anywhere? Yeah, there it is. Okay, I want that. So that was that. That's a lot of blocks. That's very valuable. I'm gonna drop the single torch on the ground. Just seems like a good idea. And oh, I'm getting burned. From where? Oh, from up there. So at least they burnt the piglin. So I've never seen a piglin fight a blaze before. Chat, be honest with me. Have you ever seen a piglin fight a blaze? Oh, he's gonna do it. Okay. I need to see him do this. I need to see it. So you can attack a blaze without a blaze being able to attack you if you go at a funny angle. Yeah, I need to see who wins this fight, chat. Who do you think has... Oh, wait, what? Did he just turn into a zombie piglin? What? What just happened? Oh, that's the blaze's strategy. It's distract me. No. Okay. Okay, that's a hoglin. Also very bad. I'm just gonna get myself into a mountain where I can't be hurt. Oh. What happened? What happened in any of that? Just there. Does anyone have any clue? Be honest with me. If you know what happened there, I would love to hear about it. But I have a theory that no one does. There was just an event, and the event just did a thing. Oh, I hope I didn't look at you. Okay, I didn't. We're good. Gonna eat another bread. Very important. And then we're gonna run up. And so I now know the way I've got to do this. I'm gonna... So this is my favorite little, like, weird Minecraft hacky thing. But it really is just so good. It just does it all for you. You just bone meal some twisting vines. And now you two can be in a nether fortress. And then we just stack at the top. Break a block. Break another block. And we're in. And just like that, where are the blazes at? There the blazes at. Okay, so we're gonna make a little pile of this. Just stay safe. And then we're also gonna make a little thing over here. Just to stay safe. Just to make sure we're safe. And now we're gonna go kill some blazes. I do need a space to pick up blaze rods. Don't get me wrong. But then we'll be ready for this, chat. I think blaze attacks work like lightning. It was a bug, I think. I remember hearing about it. Why did the blazes... It could have been a despawn, based on what just happened there. Like, there were 2 blazes, I was scared of them, so I turned away. And then they were replaced by wither skeletons. Maybe the same thing happened? That was such a weird issue to have. Okay, so we're gonna make regular ones of these through the fortress. Just an important thing to have. Didn't realize that it's tall enough for someone to go over. But that's okay. I can attack him. Okay, oh, there's so many over here. Okay, so having a diamond hoe is not the ideal weapon. Would like to remind everyone, this is not my first choice, it's just a choice. And also, that you can pick anyone you want to be, and then you can be that person if you like. Oh, yeah, the diamond hoe is just as good as any of these other weapons, I'm pretty sure. Right? The iron axe is 5 also. So I've got a flint and steel that I just don't think I need. So I'll drop it for some blaze rods. Blaze rod 2, blaze rod 1, and then we'll pick up some more gold. And honestly, let's drop in the gravel. It's just not that good. The leather as well. These items are just not getting me the mileage that they need to. And so we shan't be using them. Okay, so kill you. Easy stuff. So the outside part of the fortress is out over there. So if we want to get the really easy blaze, this is where it's going to be. Let's quickly make that as a safety backup. Quickly eat. We are slowly running out of that precious, precious food. And let's do this. I do actually need some blocks later. I've got the stems. It's fine. So out here, I'm going to find some blazes. Or in here, it kind of looks like... Oh, okay. That is scary. That's very scary. Don't want any part of that. So let's go. Criticals everywhere. And get my 3rd blaze rod. I guess I'm doing this the old school way. Just crawling through a nether fortress. Hoping for the right thing to spawn. Use the axe, please. Use the iron sword. Oh, do I have an iron sword in my inventory? That I've just been... That's funny that it's just been there. And I'm like, I don't have anything, chat. I swear I don't. So I do see over here. There's a blaze. I'm pretty sure. Was that a blaze I saw? Yeah, that's a blaze I see. So we'll lure over the wither skeleton. He's an easy kill. And then we'll get the blaze, who is not wanting to be the same. Yeah, that was a much easier process. Is this a blaze spawner actually? There must be one around here. There always is. Oh yeah, look at this, perfectly in. Okay, so in we go. Eat the bread. Make a little tunnel that makes it easy for me to get in and out. Okay, so this post is doing a lot of heavy work for me right now. But right now, we are out. Okay, so chat. If we want to get out of the nether, what do we want to do next? Are we going straight? Oh, Lord, this is the what? This is hell on earth. This right here is hell on earth. I somehow survived that. I'm pretty pleased with myself. You know, you can say I play recklessly, chat. But sometimes recklessly is what it takes to get the job done. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. Oh, there are 2 blazes there. There's just 1. Okay. So there's more blazes over there. I need to make a big stack up. And then I need to avoid all of these blazes too. While also avoiding all of these blazes. I'm just going to make a big little corner. There we go. We're fine. Ooh. Okay. So how's the weather? No! That's how the weather is. Oh, the weather is bad in the nether. I thought I was fine. I was so sure. I didn't know the blazes could see me back there. I really didn't think that. Okay, well, I'm fire resistant now. And I've also got some regen. Those are both problems. Also, look how many blazes I'm killing and just not getting any blaze rods. I am the... okay. We good. I'm gonna have to get a shield out real quick. That was a good totem, though. It did its job. No one can say it didn't. And that's a 6th blaze rod if I want it. We always get a 7th blaze rod, especially in moments like this. I think it's just safer. You come all this way to the nether. You might as well also... Okay, that's no good. This whole thing is no good. This is a bad place for bad people and bad mobs. So I'm gonna sit right here. And I'm going to sit in third person, because I've learned. That's the thing you've got to do, because you never know when mobs are going to come and get you. Oh, Lord, and where did you come from? It's so bad. Let me out of this mess. I just need a blaze rod. Just any blaze rod. Okay. So, yeah, that was a well dealt with situation, all things considered. I think I want out though. I think I am actually gonna just take out. Yep, there's already a blaze over here, which is great. Where did you come from? It's not there. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're fine. We're fine, chat. We're fine. If I just keep them both in front of me, if I keep everything in front of me, I'm just gonna walk out there and okay, everything is fine. I'm just gonna keep everything. Okay, put a block there. Okay, chat. I am live. No one can say I am not. I'm just gonna take a second. I'm gonna breathe after that. Everything is going just fine. So, the economy is, it's going through some things right now, I hear, huh? Oh, yeah, you hear about the base interest rate is, it's going potentially down or potentially up. It sure is a fiscal environment we find ourselves in. The big thing worth noting is that sometimes the things go good, and also I tend to find that in the world things are good and sometimes things are not good. These are my adult opinions that I am talking about because everything is fine and I am very capable of dealing with them. There we go, that's my blaze rod. I just need to get it. I've got it. I'm getting out now. I'm out. Not my problem anymore. Oh, this is my problem apparently. There's a lot of lava between me and not my problem. Let's. Where do they come from everywhere? I'm never not being snuck up on by a wither skeleton. I don't know how that is somehow true, but I assure you it is. So, is it safe? It must be. Let's go. No wither skeletons? No wither skeletons. Okay, we're out. No, we're not. No, we're not. Oh, Lord. Okay. I need some skeleton arrows, so this is great. Perfect. I've got some arrows, and I've gotten out. I am finally out. Actually, not. I don't want to say I'm finally out yet. Let's wait till we are finally out to say that we're finally out. I'm going to start digging this way, where there's no more blazes. And I'm going to dig this way, and then I'm going to keep walking. And somehow that wasn't enough for him to get the hint that he should leave me alone. It's crazy how, when you don't want them, probably helmet. Oh, we're out of helmets. I'll have to make a gold one or something just to avoid one more potential risk point on this. But I did it! I did it, chat! Everything is fine, but everything is actually fine. Yeah, people are always saying that things go poorly, but I think this is proof that everything in the stream just now went great. Genuinely wonderful. And they still are continuing to. So this is a big fall to take on a vine. I know I could make it, but I would be so close to dead if it fails. So it's always worth doing something like this, just for when it... How did that fail? You saw the vine, it was in my face. But it's fine. So we're gonna go back the way that we originally came to get here. So we have to find the big bridge made out of that stuff. Yeah, I see it. And so my nether portal is just up there somewhere. So it's actually really, really close by. So chat, how is the stream going? Let me know your votes in chat right now. Give me your call. I want to know, is the stream going fine or is it actually perfectly fine? It's definitely one of those two. That's for sure. But yeah, getting around the nether is so handy with these things. Like, give Mojang credit. This is a genius of an invention, just hiding in plain sight. And we don't give them credit for it. Okay, so we have to jump onto this, and then stack up a few more blocks, And I hope nothing knocks me off at the last second, because here we are. We're back in the overworld. Woo! Okay. So, now that we are back in the overworld, as you can see, I very clearly am. Now I must decide. Well, I'll keep the twisting vine for the end, I guess. I've got 4 arrows for my bow. And I've got some silly blocks. And now I can make some firebenders. I can make lots and lots of firebenders. I'll make 12 of... I'll make 10 of them, I don't know. Like, we'll start with 8, actually. Let's start optimistic, and we'll see where we're going. We're going this way. Let's go find our end portal. So we last through one at 2300, 2100, and we're going basically just negative on the Z. It's a real easy journey. Let's do it. Ooh. So yeah, chat, the stream is going perfectly fine. So, should we go straight to the stronghold, or should we make a little stop along the way? You know, maybe go to like a village, like find some food, do some inventory management, get a helmet going. Or do you think we should just go straight to the stronghold? It can all be done in there. Chat, you decide. What happens next? Side quest for a spyglass. You know, I would like a spyglass. Anyone seen the amethyst? If you found some, I'd make it work. Level up at the village. You do have to sleep at a village to level up. It is widely known. Also, good to see you, Nate Sofa. I want to know the reason behind your username. Are you actually just a sofa called Nate? Is it short for Nathan? Also, also wood. Who needs wood in this economy? Let's be real. You know, see, I know fancy adult talking words. Grey Alexio, good to see you too, by the way. Good to see another friendly name. So, second totem, says Zotao. Ah, totems are for pussycats. No one, I don't need any totems. Not today, that's for sure. So I was inspired by another YouTuber, Molly Soda. Oh, I like the idea. I like the twist on that. It's unique enough by itself that it doesn't sound like it is just a knockoff, which is nice. ibxtoycat, your time in the Nether was so stressful, I should have opened a bottle of wine. You know what? You should open a bottle of wine. Do it right now anyway. You know, it's 10 PM. If it's not 10 PM where you live, it's 10 PM on stream time, which is the only time that matters. I love that we got enough firebenders that we can genuinely... Oh. I was gonna just walk and just not think about it, but I knew I had to be cautious there. Let's jump in. And let's keep on going. Have you seen the "We Didn't Start the Fire" parody? We didn't rig the mob vote. That's a funny premise for a song. I like it. Streams should work like casinos. No clocks allowed. No one pay attention to the time. Also, don't pay attention to how much you're spending, time or money-wise. I do wonder sometimes if, like... Because sometimes, I tend to find some streams are, like, very reliant on, like, their, you know, like, big, you know, donors. Like, in the case of this stream, if you think about it, we have about 10,000 people, between 5 and 10,000 people, who will, like, tune in at some point to watch a stream. And off those, you can see 461 become members. And then of those, I think, like, 5 people are, like, the super member tier. And some people, like, who aren't in that super member tier are still tipping, like, you know, every single stream or, you know, like, you know, once a week, but, like, big amounts. And so you are kind of reliant on the bigger, like, donors in a way. And so, in a way, maybe it is, like, that's a real point that you've got to, you know, it's, like, against my own interest to say this, but maybe you should be encouraging people to, like, keep an eye on that. Or maybe you should go the opposite way and say, actually, the way that we stop that becoming something that we're reliant on is, like, if you enjoy the stream and you haven't thought about tipping before, maybe now's the time. You could use your time right now to do a little bit of lobbying, like our good friend Celeste here is doing. You can. Okay, if there's fish around and we can find a cat, we'll make the democracy cat. Let's do it. You know what, Celeste, we're in. Let's do this. And yeah, you get ultimately you can show your support, or you can just have your name show up on screen, whichever way you want to see it. It works both ways. regardless of which way you want it to be seen. So we're going to get some raw salmon. Just 4 of it should be good. Look at the tiny salmon. Wow. Couldn't imagine playing Java where that doesn't exist. And let's grab these things. Should a real-time clock be added to the performance screen? People forget their options when they can't see/hear them. Okay, you know what? The stronghold could be there. Oh yeah, let's go to check. No, it's that way. It's probably gonna die. Oh, it's not dead yet. Very nice. So, sorry, I can't. I only have 200 pounds to last me the year. You know what, Gendo? Here's my advice. Spend 180 pounds of that, getting yourself... Wait, no. What you want to do is you want to spend £5 of that on a bus ticket to your local train station. Spend another 20, 30 pounds of that getting a train into London. Spend the other 175 pounds on tips to your boy Toycat. Thank you, Celeste. One more lobbying payment. You know, at this point, it would be rude not to have a democracy cat. Here is the democratic option. Welcome, Democrat. There we go. He is our new friend, and just like any good new friend, we're gonna be bringing him along with us as we go to terrible places. So yeah, that's what I recommend doing. Your 200 pounds, make it work. Once you're in the center of London, you do what they did in the olden days, and you go around asking people, "Do you have a job for me?" And they'll say, "No, that's not how this works, sir." And then you go on the street, and then you ask nicely, like, "Please, need some money to give to my favorite streamer." And then then you take 10% skim off the top of that as a processing fee. And wow, you've just worked out how to be a service provider. Name tag the cat demo. I would love to, but name tags are such an odd item to come by, in my opinion. Like, how many chests have I gone through? Oh, I got an achievement for receiving a gift from a tamed cat in the morning. Totally didn't try to. He gave me a gift. What did he give me? Chat, what of this looks like it came from a cat? Also, I'm clearly not making the potion. Let's accept that right now. And we can have an inventory space. We've financial advice of Toycat. You know, I'm glad. I'm glad to see that it's sinking through. This high quality stuff I give out for free on stream, if you'll believe it. But no, thank you. We had a member earlier, right? But I didn't even add it. Thank you, DR Doctor, for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the club. 462. We're just 38 away from the goal. Appreciate anyone watching who's even considered helping us reach it. Welcome to the Democratic People's Republic of Toycat. Okay, it's going to be below this village right here. It's just too perfectly aligned to not be. So we're going to throw one IF ender after we've gone past the village. But again, usually you don't travel 1,500 blocks and then perfectly through a village. It does sometimes happen, but usually you don't. So now we know how powerful lobbying is. We officially know how powerful lobbying is. So I'm going to be honest with you today, chat. I'm taking the side quest option that you've all said, and I'm coming into this village, and I'm making myself just a little bit more powerful. One of those ways is going to be I'm making a helmet again. You've got to have a helmet in Minecraft. Oh, I can't make a helmet. I'll make a gold helmet maybe, but then I can't have a golden apple. So one of those ways is I'm going to kill an iron golem and then make a helmet. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thank you so much, Victory Shouts NZ. Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to... Can you use a shield on a golem? Let's find out. Oh, you can! Oh, not very well, though. Oh, very... Okay, so don't use a shield on a golem. That's my pro tip. It's useful to know. You don't think about it. For some reason, he can't come over here. Is it a trick? Oh, it's a trick. It's a trick. And then we'll get in our little hole. We'll finish the golem. And then once we finish the golem, we'll make the helmet we need. Oh, no! You did this to me, you monster. Cats can give phantom membranes fun fact. You know, people say that the phantoms are necessary because... Oh, okay, the cat's alive. I have the salmon. I don't have the salmon. I'm sorry. I ate the salmon that you need. It's fine. The cat will live. The cat will be great. Not the Democat. The Democrat, thankfully, has enough health to survive this catastrophe that we are going through right now. Beds are brilliantly ballistic at battering the elusive Ender Dragon of Delisle and Doom. On the Bedrock version, they're actually not. I know that was just a... what's the word? Fun play. But it's not true, so I have to let you know. And I'm going to make a golden apple. It just feels good. And so now let's find out if we're digging... we'll make a shovel too, actually. They're not actually ever that important, but, you know, let's make one. Let's just have one. So, Cat should have 8 totems undying. Now that's an idea. 9 lives. You know how everyone's doing hardcore Minecraft now? Let's pivot away from hardcore and into the 9 life world. Into a world where you know that you have just 9 lives. And once you start, the lives are eventually going to be used up. Okay, so I'm going to throw an IF ender. It's under that village. There's no question. There's no question. So now we can just dig down below it, find the stronghold, find the dragon, call it a day. I believe you beat Minecraft once you're in the end, right? Use the shield on those amethyst golems in a map. Oh yeah, the weird amethyst golems that were called ender golems for some reason. Side note, cool idea would be taking the end and making it more amethysty. Okay, but let's the bedrock of society is Big Salmon. Thank you, Celeste. I like that reference. I was wondering, like, that sounded like it came from something real smart. Now I realized that was a me tweet. So I should keep a hay bale out just in case it comes to it. But it won't. It won't come to it. We'll be fine. I haven't actually slept in this village, so we really need to keep that bed in focus. More than the shovel, really. Yeah, there we go. Leave the shovel on the ground in case... If we come into a big pile of gravel, we'll appreciate the gold shovel, though. Okay, so I'm just gonna dig down and get to... Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I don't see a stronghold yet. I always hate this part of the process where it's like, oh, you might be in the right place, you might not be. Who knows? So if you look in a cave and you see a big, flat wall, you know that it's hiding the stronghold from you. That sounds like a paranoia thing, but I just mean that's like where it goes. And so let's see. Is there any big flats in this cave? Not that I can see. So let's eat some bread. I hope the cat doesn't die from stepping on some of these spikes, by the way. I bet they never considered the interaction. Oh, Lord, let me out of this. Okay, I'm fine. Oh, there's diamonds. Wow, that's nice. It's a nice little treat. So I'm just going to jump my way up here. Ouch. Doing just great. And, oh, there's so many of you guys. I don't think this is a reasonable amount of you for there to be. So I'm just going to walk through. It is fun that you can use dripstones to place blocks off. Place a block on top there. And then just walk away. Just while no one's looking, just get away from that noise. And, yeah, okay, you know, let's finish them. Let's do it. Perfect, easy. Okay, so now that they're all trapped or gone, let's dig down some more. I mean, it's probably going to be down, right? Just, we'll start digging down 2 at a time. Oh, where, what, how, why? What's the other thing that's hitting me? Oh, it's a skeleton. So the skeleton, thankfully, doing a very poor job. But still, didn't appreciate you doing that, friend. Okay, so now we dig down. A few blocks at a time that way, and then we dig down this way to compensate. A few blocks this way. 2 blocks this way. It's a slightly better version of the whole dig 2 blocks at a time. Because you can't get it wrong and accidentally die. I guess you can, like, now you can start going this way for a few blocks. And then back to this way. And as long as you can see a block below, oh, there we go. We're in, chat. We're in. Found me a stronghold. And I found it in the very middle, too. It seems like that always tends to be close enough to being true. Now that we're in, we're going to take the bread, fight the zombie. Oh, he's got a sword. See, it's got some durability left in it too. I'll combine the 2 swords together and get a slightly better sword. Oh god, Look at my two swords together, yeah. So handy. I'm gonna shut that door, because that's where the skeletons are, and I'm gonna go to wherever the end room is. Which is apparently right here. Oh, what a smooth oh, and it's got, look at this. It's got 3 IFenders in. Oh, what a smooth fortress battle that was. Oh, I'm actually gonna die to Silverfish right now. It's not what I want from life. It's not what anyone wants for life, to be honest. So I'm just gonna walk out real quick. I'm gonna stand in a corner and make 1 IFender. Just make 1. Can you bounce shields? You can bounce Silverfish off with a shield. That's funny to me that works. So I'm just gonna stand right here. You see the way this? Okay, we're just gonna walk past. Okay, they're attacking each other. In we go. None of this matters to me. Place a bed down there. Respawn point sets. And then stacky, stacky, stacky. In we go. Okay, not stacky, 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 stacky. In we go. No problems for me. That was a that was a smooth entrance to the end. Nothing went wrong there. And so now we'll finish the dragon. I can't see any issues that could come with this. But you know, just because I'm in a hurry, I'm gonna throw an ender pearl just all the way over there. Just get me into the midst of the action as quick as we can. And then we're gonna look up and we're gonna see where the dragon is. Oh, okay. Everything's fine. I have a golden apple specifically for this situation, actually. And so I'm gonna get said golden apple out right now. It might help with my staying alive ability. Especially if the dragon flies down on me again! I should have eaten it. I'm gonna eat it now. It just seems like a good idea. Oh no! Democats! No, the Democats! How could they do that to you? Oh man, it's not going good for me today. Okay, so there goes my golden regen. So I don't know how that could have happened. It was impossible to imagine that bringing the cat to the end was a bad idea, and yet somehow it turned out that it was. It's crazy to think that these things can happen at any time to anyone, but just remember that it always can. And yeah, we're gonna have to turn down the end or it's gonna get impossible. I always forget, whenever you're playing Minecraft, you just gotta accept that, yeah, the end dragon is just poorly mixed. I can turn down my in-game sound. They need to have a toggle just for the dragon noises. That's what they really need. So let's get close again. Let's go for it. Attack a bunch. And then she flies away. Gonna eat some bread. I'll take down the smallest towers too. It's like, it's easy. It's right there. Why wouldn't I? We'll take down this one as well. Fun fact, on Bedrock, you don't need to take down the towers. It's yet to be worked out if this is game design or what this is. Oh, what's happening? Oh, I'm in acid, that's why. I got my hit in though, so he will stay for a really long time before leaving. Just have to not get hurt again. Oh, so loud. Vote if we're killing the dragon. That's a good point. We haven't done a vote. Should we kill the dragon, chat? I don't know. I don't know if we should. You just assume when you come to the end that the dragon should die. But that is a pretty big assumption, isn't it? Chat, should we kill the dragon? Yes or no? If we're gonna start on democracy, you know, with the what seed should we use? We did a random seed. We've got to end on democracy. Chat, should we kill the dragon? Yes or no? Give me the answers. Make sure you give them to me soon, because we're about to make a pretty vital decision on this actually. It's a big one to make. It's a very important one, honestly. We decide the fate of the realm, and we're gonna do it right now. Thank you! SOVP! Oh god.
I hope your 2024 doesn't suck.
Thank you, SOFP, first of all. Okay, so the good news for the person who said the people who say that I should in fact not kill the dragon, it looks like I might just not. It looks like that might be okay, I'm dead, okay. Good news, we're not killing the dragon. Chat has decided, and I am backing their decision. GG, thank you for watching. We'll play the credits now. That was a great, that was a great time that we had in the end there. And thankfully we decided, just in the nick of time, that actually, by a margin of 51 to 48, we won't be killing the dragon actually. And so, unfortunately, without killing the dragon, you can't go back to the overworld. Very, very sad, I know. But it's true. And so, given that that is the case, we will be calling this a run. I had a very wonderful time here today. I made some great friends, not least with the dragon. Had some new members, made a new parasocial bond with all of you, and most importantly realized that democracy is beautiful, and ultimately the only thing you can ask for in life is that you have random strangers on the internet who will one day tell you exactly what to do, as I have right here. But as you can see, I'm gonna make sure we don't kill the dragon. Just one more hit, actually. No, you didn't see that. Thank you for watching. The dragon's alive. Look, she's doing great. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. She's great. Everyone's won.